island. Be still.
Always free with
That's why mine are always black.
There we go.
Hereafter, so that we remember our bonds, we shall always come together in a circle.
It's not so much chill. We hit so many different topics and jump all over.
To hear and tell of deeds good and brave.
You went full cookie puss.
Hi, I'm just look.
I will build a round table where this fellowship shall meet.
That's why it's the round table. We're all equals here.
Well, at least I'm not pulling a rickshaw.
Remember it well then, this night, so that in the years ahead, you can say, I was there that night.
There's a lot of shots being fired.
And it sounded like somebody was sucking down their microphone like a slack jaw bundle of sticks.
Whoa, there's no gay frogs here.
Good and evil, there never is one without the other. Where hides evil then in my kingdom? Always where you never expect it.
It passes through Antifa ranks. It smells like cat piss and kitty litter.
Yeah.
And patchouli.
I know a few YouTubers who smell like that.
And look upon this moment. Savory. Rejoice with great gladness.
And welcome to the round table.
For it is the doom of men that they forget.
Nice.
Hello,
Dude, that's
everyone.
awesome, man.
Yes, thank you, Tommy. He put that together. This intro. He's been working on it for a while, and we finally got. We were able to unleash it tonight. So thank you, Tommy.
For some reason, I want to get Chris a rickshaw now.
Yeah, I know, right? I had to include that when I was going through clips, and I heard him say that. I was like, "Oh, that's going on there."
Oh, wow. So that was awesome. Again, sorry guys, we haven't been on for 2 weeks. We had WrestleMania and Easter, and we've been a little bit busy with stuff. But we're here tonight, and hopefully you guys and girls will be entertained. Edwin the Ace was the first one in here tonight, so hello again, brother. Toy Mafia, Adega Outlaw, Keely Chow, Chris was saying hi. Manliness and motivation, sending good thoughts out to your mom. Apparently she's in the hospital with heart stuff. So man, sending prayers.
Man.
Yeah, man. Hope everything's gonna be all right. We'll try to get you laughing tonight if we could. King of Squibs is in the house. Let's say hello to the rest of the panel too. We have Trina. How you doing, Trina?
Hi, I'm well. Happy to be here. Looking forward to this awesome stream. And I just want to say, manliness and motivation, I'm sending you and your mom prayers.
That's what it's about here. It's about the good people. We're trying to do our best. We have an awesome person on panel here. We got Adega Outlaw. How you doing, Doc?
Feeling kind of special. Honored to be here with all you wonderful people. And yeah, manliness, I know what it's like to have sick parents. Hang in there, bud. And best to the fam.
Yeah, man, absolutely. We all go through a lot of stuff, but we're going to do our best here. Like I said, we'll see what we can do. And if these conversations will make you laugh or not, I hope so. We also have we got Obi-Wan Kenobi himself. We have Stig here.
Hello there. Hi.
Nice.
How you doing? Yeah. Hello.
Luke, I'm in a cave. Leave me alone.
If you keep doing that stuff in the cave, Luke, you're going to lose that hand.
He did. It got all hairy in the palm, and then he had to chop it off. We also have someone with an infectious laugh here. We have Chris Fisk. He got a red dress there. I think he does it on purpose to confuse us in case we have the other Chris around. With the red dress.
It's my Chris Crow. Like I got like a scarecrow with a red dress on in a cornfield.
This is all very confusing as they plow away. I know, good old She-Hulk. Everyone thought it was Ivy. It's not. It's She-Hulk because I'm giving it to Marvel and Disney every day. Yep, I'm the hero you deserve and need, just like this creature. All right, back to the stream. But yeah, we got some kind of crazy topics as well. We have some really cool stuff too. Let me present for you guys and girls.
Well, it better be good. I came all the
Art.
way from Norway for this.
Yeah, well, you're still in Norway, so I mean, I don't know. You can take a boat over.
Oh
there.
yeah. Let's not be technical.
Yeah, first I got to say congratulations to Capcom. Holy crap, they've been crushing it. The sales on this game, it's the best that they've had, or the fastest. Over 4 million units sold, like in a week. That's pretty amazing. So yeah. I think there's going to be another release for the sales numbers in maybe another week. But yeah, so far it is dominating. Fastest moving in the series. And I got to say, this game was absolutely epic. I'll probably do some more live streaming on it. I did clear it, so I'll do another playthrough on the harder mode, or the hardest mode. Adega wants me to do that as well.
He's growing up. Yay.
Adega wants to see you suffer.
I always do. I want to get a hang
Sadist.
of everything. Well, I want to enjoy it as I'm playing through the first time, and then get to the higher difficulties. That's usually how I do it.
Here's what I'm going to suggest to you, Vinny. So before you start playing on the most difficult level, I would get a chair that actually has got like crisscrossing seatbelts, so you don't get mad and shoot forward and throw your shoulder out again.
Oh,
Yeah, these
damn.
things happen. No. Yeah, we were just talking about before we went live, all of the pain in the ass games from back in the day, but we all did them. Some of us cleared them, others got close and then had to throw either the system through a window or smash the game in half, or
But that was part of the ritual, man.
yeah, that's part of it. Buying a new system or a new game because you destroy it.
It's not like anybody, snapped their SNES controllers like rice cakes every 2 weeks playing Street Fighter 2 because Vega was a cheating piece of shit and then Bison would head stomp you out of nowhere.
Oh no! I can't even begin to describe how many controllers I had. I had a graveyard. I'm at one point.
Yeah, same here. All I know is Sega knew how to make controllers because those Genesis controllers could take a beating, whereas the SNES ones, I used to snap them right in half.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I used to grab mine like it was a freaking flail and start swinging it by the cord.
Dude, I spiked my Genesis controller once onto the carpet on the living room floor. It bounced off the floor, hit a window, one of those gas double pane windows, broke the window, and I'm like, oh my God, my mom's going to freaking kill me. So I made up this lie that the cat was trying to get in the window and broke the window, and she bought it. And I was like, oh, thank God, total relief. I was telling my dad about it like a few weeks later. And he just, as soon as I was finished saying it, there was like this little pause. And then I just heard this like crescendo of laughter that just built up. And he's like, and she bought it? He's like, do you realize how fast that cat must have been traveling to break one of those 2-ply windows? It would have been like a jet engine. It would have been like a seagull hitting a 747. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, those are 2-plate. Like, there's gas in there. Like, you can't break that unless you like huck. What did you break it with? So I told him, and he's like, oh well, at least your mother didn't throw you out on that one.
See, you should have kept the laughs going. You should have said it was from my greatest invention, the catapult.
Oh my God, that is
blood fur.
Yeah, Papa Khan, what's up, man? Good to see you here. Tina Bojan, how you doing tonight?
Hey.
Yeah, we were just venting about some video games and stuff.
Freaking game's cheating,
right? Dude, back in the day, that was insane.
I'll tell you what, the funniest thing is when you get mad at those games, though, and nobody likes to talk about the obscenities that you will yell at that system like it's going to hear you.
Oh my God! Yeah, I've invented swears. Mm-hmm. I got so mad that I like turned into Roscoe P. Coltrane, where I'm like, and then like this random like tirade of like I don't even know, like Transformer swears like started coming out.
Chris was having a seizure while his Tourette's kicked in.
Yeah, it was like apparently like my Sega Genesis was like somehow a lesbian at one point.
That's glorious. What's up, Immortal Rising? How you doing? We got Lion Rotten in the house as well. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. And it's hilarious too because we talked about it a little bit on Friday. There was the person at the Pentagon who leaked a bunch of stuff, and they were trying to bury him, saying that he was an extreme racist because they have, I guess, audio or video or something of him playing video games and yelling every obscenity and stuff. It's like, that's just what a gamer does.
I use my own slurs against people.
Right? It's not like Jesus. I'm not even going to say that. It's not like, the generals who are lying in our faces and stuff. But it's literally just people do that when they play video games. Grow up. But holy shit, some of the stuff that happened in this game was pretty over the top, pretty damn amazing. Some of the AI they changed from the original game. There were some very cool surprises in this thing, and horrific deaths if you don't hit the right prompts. This game was insane. One hell of a remake, and the length of it was really good too, man. This thing was like 16 chapters. Very, very fun, and definitely a replay for sure. You want to soup up those guns and unlock the special features on them and stuff. And I love games that do that because, like, again, something like this you're gonna want to play through more times. They did drop the mercenaries as well. And there's a good way to get a hand cannon, which I did, and I told Tony how to get it as well, and he also got it. And that's a lot of fun, walking around with a freaking elephant gun. Jeez, and don't think that it's easy from that point either. I mean, sure, some of the bosses are holy shit. Just they come running at you in waves, and some of the things in there, like, I don't want to spoil it for the doc, but there is some stuff you probably remember from the first game, or maybe you don't remember until you walk into the room and go like, "Oh shit, I know what's in here."
Looking forward to it.
Oh, it's great.
No.
It's great. Something they did change with one of like the levels when you get to the castle. There's the monks. So there's the ones who have like Deathless Plagas in it. When it bursts their heads, like these giant things come out of it. Well, now they can attach themselves to the ceiling and use their bodies as momentum and swing over and land on you. If they get close enough, they can kill you with just, they'll just bite your head right off, clean off, one shot. I was like, wow, that was intense. Holy crap. A lot of fun, though. But, if you guys haven't been playing that, I check it out. I would check it out. It's very, very good. So there's some other crazy stuff we see here, and we could jump back and forth to the video game stuff a little bit later, too. But we have an actress who worked for the Disney company. She was on Boy Meets World. And this chick was going after Disney. She's calling them out now. Mind you, she did turn into a porn star. Kind of recently, from what I understand. Yeah, like in the last couple of years. But she was on that Boy Meets World show, and she said that all the Disney executives, they wanted her character and all the female ones to be hypersexual, and they would have private meetings where they'd have these actresses dress up in lingerie for them.
What?
Yep.
What?
So,
come on! Even like
you're not surprised, are you, Chris?
Pretty crazy stuff.
This is disgusting.
Yeah. This is why I got that from Family Guy.
You want to be a star, eh?
Take off those clothes. So it's pretty hilarious. Her name's Maitland Ward, something like that. Holy crap. Hilarious. Now, I don't know if Disney's going to do anything, if they're going to send their goons after her, or they're going to try to sue her or not. I have no idea, but we know Disney is they're on the ropes right now. There's a lot of bad stuff going on with that company, and I know Tommy's been doing cartwheels about it because it's hilarious.
Let it burn. I'm
right
here with the popcorn.
I'm telling you, I am stocked up on marshmallows, graham crackers, and chocolate bars. I am ready.
In the lawn chair.
I got one of those. I got one of those lounging lawn chairs, the gravity type.
A kiddie pool. Like honestly though, Disney and Anheuser-Busch seem to have a lot of things in common. Alienating their core, the whole reason why they exist, market, to pander to like some market that really doesn't exist or use their product.
Well, Disney does the people that they're pandering to do use it, but they're like their demographic is yep.
Yeah,
we're gonna lose our company for 0.01%.
Yeah, like dude, like honestly, like Disney had it cinched, man. All they had to how like the Hallmark Channel and that shit back in the day, like you'd see it turns out complete garbage, but it's like family safe garbage, so it makes like a shit ton of money. Mm-hmm. Like Disney could have just sat back and did that, and they would have been making bank. They would have still had their tax loopholes and all that shit from the state, and they would have been rolling in the dough. But instead, no, they got to push this freaking fruity stuff. They got to push the the Transformers and like all this other shit,
all the crazy
shit.
And
and you scare the hell out of the people that liked your product. Like, this isn't the same as us nerds who bitch about how Star Wars. No, these are people who are like, I could leave this in front of I could leave my kids in front of the TV with a Disney VHS tape and know they're going to get like entertainment out of it. And I don't have to worry about like suggestive things or whatever. But no, they come back and Blue's Clues is at a pride parade, and they're like, well, like,
dude, it's something else. But destroy your main fan base, your 80 to 90% of your fan base to, make a couple of lunatics happy.
Here's the tip. Don't mention transgender RC on Twitter. Really bad.
What?
RC from Transformers.
Oh, I got 3 million views.
I forgot the piranhas descended upon you. I'm sorry.
They attacked the hell out of Stig for that, and
someone found my YouTube channel as well, and I had like one post in the where you can post stuff. Messages.
Yeah.
I had done one just to test how it works. He found that one and started commenting on the Transformer stuff there.
Totally a well-adjusted individual. Perfectly sane.
Oh, yeah. Very normal people.
I got ratioed to hell with that tweet.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, I was like, 200 likes or something, and then over 1,000 comments.
Yeah, Stig was like, "Oh, Vinny, here's another one. This guy wants to wear my head on a spike somewhere."
Yeah,
do me so hard.
We got Sam Rogers in the house.
Hey,
Papa Cotton. No, it's not Topanga, although she did have a beautiful rack. This I think she was the girlfriend of the eldest brother, the guy who played Batman Beyond. Who voiced him? I think it was his girlfriend on the show. But kind of crazy stuff. Like she's got to be in her mid-40s, and she started doing this. So crazy.
Hey, what's up, Nuke?
Yeah, what's up, Nuke? How you doing, man? Monotony is in the house as well. Brother, I think we dropped you a link too if you want to pop in. If you do want to talk any Resident Evil stuff as well. 'Cause I know he's been playing and he's been having a ball with that.
I'll tell you real quick though. I want to say, Stig, I wouldn't worry too much about a lot of those people that were commenting on that, because we know every last one of those easily offended automatons have no less than 20 different accounts where they're
it's all sock puppets.
Yeah. I'm not worried at all.
Well,
it's happened before.
So Nuke just mentioned something in the comment about how the Hallmark Channel also kind of went that route into the alphabet soup, and I recall about a year ago or whatever, when Candace Cameron Bure or whatever said that she was going over to do some other kind of Hallmark Channel style thing that doesn't have the alphabet soup in it, and they attacked her. Holy shit!
Yeah,
man,
they can't help themselves. There's still death threats to what's her face, the one from Harry Potter, and she's one of them. Yeah,
and she's one of them, dude.
Yeah.
Her problem is she's just not as hardcore as them. See, that's
failed a purity test. Yeah, it's disgusting, man.
She basically did not fail biology. That's the problem.
Yeah. It's sad when I can agree with a feminist, man.
What she said was proper. She said that women are women. They're biological women. Men are men. You can't have a kid if you're a guy. Not like that. You can't give birth.
It was all about protecting real women in bathrooms and in prisons. That's her main thing, is you can't put the predators in with the chickens, and they're mad at her because they won't allow it.
Yeah,
Well,
Or she
the biggest thing in there is the easiest way to just destroy their argument is that they sit there and they say they're trans women. Well, you can't be a woman and be transitioning at the same time. It doesn't work like that, honey. So, get a life.
Yeah.
Well, she was wrong about one bit though, because guys can make babies or give birth to babies because they do it through the anal, and what comes out is a far lefty.
Damn. Normally, I would play this.
Not okay!
But I agree with you.
I'm kind of retarded. That man's a threat to this country.
We need some Alex Jones for the day. Manless motivation. He goes, yeah, I missed the time when Optimus was the most famous Transformer. Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, same here.
They really went over the top with all this stuff. It's crazy.
Did they mess with Optimus as well now?
No, they just made RC the more prominent one.
Yeah, since everyone's talking about that, yeah.
Every other sicko.
Yeah, it is insane, dude. I mean, I don't understand that at all. Why people
RC used to be cool though. RC was awesome in the old.
She was a great character. Same. He says, always remember to flush your lefties. Are you kidding me? Sorry, Joe Rogan was promoting Bud Light this week.
I got some insight into that whole story. So apparently, the big pushback for hiring that fruitcake for their promotional campaigns really did have a major pushback from normal America. Like apparently, we fought a revolution over tea, and it looks like beer is going to be the next beverage of choice for our fight. But apparently, Republicans are showing their true face. So they started saying, Bud Light, we're going to boycott you and blah blah blah. And Anheuser-Busch said, fine, we won't fund your RNC. And suddenly, all of a sudden, all these Republicans are like, you shouldn't boycott Anheuser-Busch.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
to expose them.
Donald Trump Jr. is calling for the end of the boycott.
Yep. Screw that guy, man.
Wow.
They showed their true colors.
Anheuser-Busch can go the way of the dinosaur.
Yep. Yeah. This is disgusting. But Tommy, what were you going to say about Transformers?
No, I was going to say the most ridiculous thing about RC and that whole shit where they're trying to say, oh, well, she requested to be transitioned into a male robot who becomes a lesbian. So basically, she's still a male just with extra steps. But it came from the pages of IDW when they actually made it so this character Jyaxis is the one who turned RC into turned her into a female because it was a male bot before. They got that directly from IDW, who wound up failing. They
lost the property
because of all that agenda-driven nonsense and got fired by Hasbro. And what does Hasbro do? They turn around and go right back to the well of, let's see what failed so we can tank our toy sales. And that's exactly what's happening to right now. Because you look on the toy shelves, every last single Hasbro toy that's on the shelves are being marked down because they can't sell.
Yeah, this is something we noticed, and it was hilarious. Tommy even let me know too. He says now they're looking to go back to the window packaging because no one's buying their shit. When you can't see your product, on top of all the other stupid decisions that they made, when you can't see the actual figure and there's only like a promo piece of artwork or some kind of photoshopped image of the figure, people are getting mighty pissed and they're just leaving that stuff there. They're hemorrhaging from both ends. It's really funny, And again, it's like good old Joker said, if I could find this effing thing. Here he is.
Get what you fucking deserve! I started blasting. Bang!
I'll tell you what, as they're hemorrhaging for both ends, maybe they should reach out to that Dolvani person to see how to plug it up.
Oh my God!
I know a lot about Transformers. Hi.
And they're over the top theatrical and every stupid thing they do. Like they think doing that is going to get them extra attention or it's going to make them more feminine. There's nothing about it. It looks like a clown. It looks like a clown show.
It is a clown show. All they do is it's like a character. They're performance artists, like performing a character of what they think a woman is.
Yeah, woman face.
not just
mockery of
that,
humanity.
it's the facial expressions and the sudden change from serious to smiling and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and all the body movements. It's like watching one of those dumb anime things.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
They're mimicking anime characters.
Well, did you guys ever see the interview? Like, and again, I got to preface this because I'm about to go into something slightly religious, but I'm not Christian. But I watched the movie and I felt terrible about myself
But your
afterwards.
name is
So,
Chris.
but okay, so here we go. Did anybody watch the Mel Gibson interviews after the Passion of the Christ?
No.
A few of them.
So there is a scene in the Passion of the Christ where Satan is in it as a pale bald woman. Okay, and there's a scene where the pale bald woman is holding this baby, and they're laughing at Christ who's in all this pain and stuff. But the weird thing is it wasn't a baby. It was just a really pale, like midget, deformed. I don't know, some weird like European thing with like fur. Like he had like hairy. Well, he had like hairy shoulders and stuff, but it looked like a baby. But it, like really small, and it was basically a midget with like hair and bald and stuff.
Because I like trees.
Well, they were asking, they asked Mel. They're like, hey Mel, what was the point of that? Like that's not even mentioned in the Bible. Why would you add that? And he's like, because that's how evil works. Evil takes something beautiful and something genuine, like a mother and a child, and perverts it and distorts it into something gross and grotesque. That's what woman face is, dude. You're taking something. The whole point of why we wouldn't be here if it weren't for women. Like beautiful women exist, so or I should say, we exist because beautiful women existed. Like now they're warping this, and they're like, guys can have babies too, and all this stuff, and it's like, how can you not see that? Like, I'm not even Christian, and I can see that. Like, evil, corrupts.
It's crazy, man.
Well,
Felix, how you doing, brother? Oh, sorry.
Hey, Felix.
Hi, Felix. The whole trans movement is steeped in misogyny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. And I hate saying that word misogyny because it's so misused.
I know.
But I 100% agree with you.
It really is. Like I've seen conversations between I don't even like the term transgender because you cannot change a gender, but I've seen conversations between trans females, and they complain about women. They don't complain about men. They all their complaints are about women.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I've noticed something too. Whenever a trans person who man to woman, right? Whenever they get pissed and lose their temper, they react like men.
Oh yeah, the voice deepens and everything.
Yeah, there was something I saw specifically.
The behavior too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Carl, how you doing,
It's almost like it's immutable.
Yeah. Oh,
they basically forget the act.
Yeah.
We got another person on pin. How you doing, Liam?
I'm good. I'm just getting myself some headphones. So hold on.
Headphones?
I thought he said head burns, and then I realized, headphones.
Headphones. I think we both got to check our ears.
I don't know. You sure it wasn't head burns? Maybe he's giving himself Indian rug burns on his head.
Hope not. But yeah, no. All this stuff is maddening. I saw what's his face, Ben Shapiro, and he was on panel with Bruce Jenner, and the creature formerly known as Bruce Jenner. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the term is. Whatever. But there was stuff he was saying about biology, and he's like, "Yeah, well, I don't like what you're saying, and you better shut up, or I'm going to show you what it means to be sorry." And he put his giant hand on,
you're going to go home in an ambulance.
On Shapiro's neck. And he's like, "Well, you want to resort to violence because the normalcy of things and how things are supposed to be biologically, you can't accept." And it's just staring at him like it wants to rip his head off.
Was that Bruce Jenner? I thought that was somebody else.
No, it was somebody else. It was some other dude, and he goes, "You keep up that language, and you're going home in an ambulance."
Yeah, that was on a Dr. Phil show.
Yep, and he goes, "That's not a."
Was there.
That's not an appropriate reaction to this conversation, but okay.
Yeah, you know what the appropriate reaction to that conversation when one of those people is? You just need Robert Downey Jr. I'm a guy pretending to be another guy playing
Or that's not very ladylike.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's ma'am. It's like, settle down, sir. Oh, I mean, ma'am.
If you're a woman, Wyatt, is every time you walk in the room, it sounds like a couple of kabangers going off in your pants.
Click clack, click clack.
Guys, I hear a lot of resistance, but maybe I'm being radical here, but I for one am pro Mortal Kombat for as part of the transgender process. Like maybe to actually do this stuff, you should engage in some sort of Mortal Kombat competition. I think that might be interesting. Like we might get I think violence is always the answer. Violence is always.
Well, they already do engage in Mortal Kombat with their genitals. I mean,
they tell the doctor, they point at their crotch and they say, "Finish him."
Yep.
I just want to
joke, guys. I'm joking, but yes.
I just want to. Papa Cotton said, "Women champion the trans movement and still do. If women have a problem with it, they shouldn't be expecting men to fix it." And I do agree with that. And then I also feel that we need men's help as well, because
this is a societal problem.
I've even said that in a couple of comment sections that definitely this is a mess that women have made, although I don't know this is a mess that women have made, but we can't expect this is going to come off as wicked misogynist coming from me, but I don't think women can fix the mess that they've made. I think we desperately need men to help us.
Fathers.
Patriarchy back.
Absolutely.
But very few
Absolutely.
No, not only that,
we need
dude,
common
but if you
sense again. And
if you
that's
haven't
just
noticed, sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying, we need common sense again. People don't have it anymore. Now it's to be outrageous. It's to cause fights. It's to anger people. Papa Cotton said it earlier too.
Everything.
They're doing it on purpose. Of course, they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
They want people to fight. Said that, like the race stuff blew up in their face. They didn't get what they wanted. We got a president who was black for 2 terms, so you can't say America's racist. You could have elements of it here and there. But it's like anything else with everything else. It also goes hand in hand with how we grew up in the 70s, the 80s, 2000s. Everyone broke each other's balls. We made fun of things. The stereotypes, a lot of people, like, they make jokes out of it. Oh, stereotype for a reason. We'd have fun. We'd accept it. We'd move on. Now they just make it like the point of the day. It's, somebody said this, it was so offensive, and we got to take it to heart, and we got to go on the internet and fight about it, and then we got to go protest. When we're being bent over by the government left, right, and center, they are just taking money from us. They're taking everything, and they're taking the world right now in a big way. But yet, keep them fighting about these rights that mean nothing. It's like 2% of the freaking population, if that, in the entire world.
How are they, without taking all of our money like that, how are they going to pay all of their welfare checks?
Well, that's the thing, is our taxes is stolen from the people at threat of violence. I mean, we have no choice.
Yeah.
It's a machine that feeds itself.
I'm not going to get into a fucking tax rant, but I could. I am not happy. Like, they recently passed some stuff that they haven't been talking about that it cost me a lot of money. And, I'm not even living in America currently, But if I want to, anyway, but yeah, it's not good. Not good.
Well, no, it's brutal. But they said it too. They said it at the World Economic Forum. There's going to be a world recession, and it's starting in a bunch of countries. People open your eyes. Shit's happening right now. But RR was right. Yeah, it's classic divide and conquer.
Just to sort of put things into perspective here, like I went to transfer some money to Vinnie last week for some art that he'd done for me.
Oh yeah, now you got a new charge.
He was live. He was live, so he saw it. I went through, and I was going to be charged nearly $200. Like $70 $200 first time, $70 second time. I couldn't even use PayPal to do it. We had to go through my foreign exchange account to be able to transfer him money at a reasonable fee. Otherwise, You know, I'm
'cause
paying hundreds
they were
of
getting them
dollars just to
twice.
get money
They were
to
getting them
bet.
from the bank, and they were getting them through the other service.
Well,
It's
none of that.
ridiculous.
Not only that, but
And-
now all the money that Vinny is making, if that stuff, if he doesn't fill out a 1050 or whatever form, he's going to be into an automated audit system.
Mm-hmm.
And that's insane. Like I'm looking at some of my the people that I've commissioned to work for, and it's like I'm almost grateful that a lot of the people that I've commissioned to work for live outside of the United States, because the people that I've commissioned in the United States are going to get screwed by our tax system.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, actually, Liam, you do sound like you're doing a call in an AM radio station. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. Bell. I love. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you, Liam. This is Liam from Australia. Thank you, everybody.
Number one.
Yeah,
All the
the Sunday
way
Roundtable at 9 p.m. We thank you for calling in. This is a special show we're having, and yeah,
Little Casey Kasem.
we're gonna have more call-ins. We're gonna have celebrity call-ins. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. I think we got Stone Cold on the line. Oh hell yeah! Oh no, I don't know. Scripts, how you doing, man?
Well, I just wanted to raise something about. So we were talking about how kind of like the feminism and women kind of got us into the Troon mess. Here's the thing: is like the arguing about that's kind of moot at this point. Like we understand the problem, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the same thing with like the L, the G, and the B. They're getting real sick of the rest of that alphabet, man. I got a lot of friends that are gay, and they're like, "No, man, like we didn't need the parades, we didn't need the putting kids and drag queens and story, like that shit is a bridge too far. Like we just want and they're like, oh, it's a slippery slope. This is what happens. You let the gays marry, and suddenly, boom, and it's like, dude, they had nothing to do with this. This is the government merging all this shit together." And if you talk to a lot of L's, G's, and B's, they're on the same side as the men that are and the women that are like, look, we're getting tired of the rest of these weird letters that think they're non-binary and think it's okay to be erect in a woman's dressing room and say, it's okay, I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I don't know, Chris. I mean, you're probably right, because Twitter is just a microcosm of society in general, but I don't see a lot of LGBs, the old-fashioned just LGBs, coming out against the T, Q, and the plus. I don't see that very often.
Here, the reason why you don't see it is the same reason why you don't see feminists going against it, because they get labeled things like TERFs. There's actually a Twitter group called Gays Against Groomers. It was founded by a lesbian.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
And she's like, dude, like, this is making us look bad. And this is how I feel like as a Jew. Like when I see like the assholes that are picking fights and like, screwing around with Christian stuff, and then come and run and hide when they, get the deserved backlash, and they're like, oh, it's anti-Semitism. It's like, no, dude, don't hide behind me. You're making the rest of us Jews look bad with your shit. Like, oh, they control all the money and blah blah. No, that's like 5% or 0.0 whatever percent of the Jewish population, and then they hide amongst us. They've never even gone to temple, man.
There's secular Jews.
Yeah. I love this.
Pieces of crap.
Tony made this. He sent it over to me at GameStop. Hello, Captain Marvel. It's Shazam.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Shazam.
Can you show it?
Is it not showing right now?
No, I can see it. I can see it.
I can't see
it.
You can't?
Oh shit.
Well, I think we're having
speaking
technical
of
difficulties.
speaking of differently gendered individuals and GameStops and outrage, does anyone know what happened to Chris Chan? He was apparently bailed out of jail, or she, I don't know anymore. He bailed out of jail recently.
Son of Chew.
Yeah, and is out there living large. I don't know. Does anyone know anything else?
I don't even know who this person really is. Is this that
Christine
crazy
Chandler
one?
This is the dude that walked into a GameStop and sprayed the entire GameStop with pepper spray.
Because Sonic's arms were the wrong color. Just so you understand,
And then when they got busted, he says, "I'm trans. My name is Christine now."
Wow.
That voice. Oh,
It's like the
man.
Kevin Spacey, like.
Yeah. That's amazing.
But
Holy
he
shit.
sounds like he's got more testosterone in him than Chris ever has in his whole life.
Oh my god!
You could take the sum total of all of Chris's testosterone and put it into one moment. I still don't think his voice would be that deep.
Leave me alone! I'm hungry.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh yeah, and apparently, yeah, you guys were right. It wasn't Bruce Jenner. It was some reporter. Some Transformers reporter.
Dude, that's built like a linebacker.
Spitting image though. Oh my god, I thought it was. Jeez. Yeah, anyway, yeah, the creature formerly known as Bruce Jenner. It was someone different. It wasn't that one.
Better delts than me.
Oh my god, this is just maddening. But you know what? And you know what's really funny too, on top of all this other stuff, because you have people, they're having this back and forth nonsense, and most of it is just that. It's nonsense. No one really cares. We know where the proof is, where people don't want any of this stuff. I'll show you right now. This is where the proof is. It's in something wholesome. It's in the family entertainment. It's the Mario Brothers movie, the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, awesome.
This thing keeps rocking. Why? Because people love this stuff. They don't want any of that weird agenda stuff. They want something that they can bring the whole family to, that everyone's going to enjoy. Everyone has the time to shine. It's fun. This is great. This thing is almost at $678 million worldwide.
I recently learned you're mistaken, Vinny. We're wrong about this. It's not actually because people want all wholesome fun. It's there's this one scene where Kamek puts on a dress, and apparently that's the driving reason behind the $60 million.
That's the equivalent.
I saw that article.
That's the equivalent of in Spaceballs when Darth Helmet's playing with his dolls. Did you see me playing with dolls? No, sir, I didn't see you playing with your dolls again, sir.
What's going to be telling, Vinny, is to actually check those numbers tomorrow when the weekend numbers finally come in, because you know they usually don't come in until Monday or Tuesday.
Right.
That's going to be the time to recheck those numbers.
Yeah, it's going to shoot up again for sure. But yeah, this is amazing that this is doing so great. It's good. Like I said, I call it. This thing is going to pass $1 billion easily, and it deserves it. You know. There's going to be a lot more good stuff coming, and they're afraid. They're super afraid.
I love that Disney's got a competitor. You know, I
was just going to say that it's a beautiful thing to watch Disney go. Oh, but what about our Frozen 2? Yeah, bye.
Oh, you mean the Frozen 2? That's about what isn't it, like Norway or like some Scandinavian country? Like the whole myth about that, and it's like, why are there black people here? Like, what's going on?
Stig, we're going to ask you, what's going on with that?
Before you gotta,
could it be frostbite?
Popsicle people.
Wow.
Black ice? I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, all I know is I was like, I'm pretty sure this is a Scandinavian. Like the whole like motif is like, I don't know, like. Some type of Scandinavian
No, you
country.
know what? Stig is going to tell you, if it's Scandinavian, it's got to be from Sweden.
Yeah, Swedes.
Yeah. Well, Sweden's losing their country. Even the Prime Minister admitted it now.
They're starting to deport people now.
Has failed.
I thought I just said that, or saw that they're deporting them now.
Well,
do you remember that?
It's almost impossible now because they've immigrants have taken over half of the cities basically and made.
Oh yeah,
almost like the Berlin Wall, right?
Yeah, Malmo is like a bomb capital now.
Yeah, if you go into that part of the city, the law doesn't count anymore because the police don't even want to get in there.
What about like the United Kingdom? Man? You go to London.
Good for it.
Well, dude, like all the Europe has been like, we need a Reconquista 2.0 because our these like there was literally a guy in Scotland who was running for like some PM or I don't think it was PM. I think it was like some other high level governmentary position, and he's like, the problem with Scotland is it has too many Scots, and he got voted in, and he's like Pakistani.
Jeez,
wow.
Like, what the hell?
What is going on?
That sounds like a comedy skit.
Right? Yeah, well, it's a erasure.
Sweden basically has in Europe, it's one of the more lower populated countries. They have 3 times the rape counts now as France.
Yep.
That's insane.
This is a fun segue from the Mario movie.
And that's only the report.
Right, I was going to say that. I know Italy declared a national emergency. They said all the immigrants that are in there, they're destroying the country right now.
Dude, Italy, man, they got my respect.
Real quick, Liam, it's all interconnected with the Mario Brothers movie because it all has to do with plumbing.
No. Italy, man, might just survive this because the person that they hired, you see how the media is like, who is she? I can't remember her name, but she speaks a lot of sense, man.
Yeah, what,
Maloney?
Maloney, yeah.
Yeah, dude, listening to her.
Cash for things, stop importing people, yeah.
Yeah, like she's speaking sense. It's like Europe needs more of that.
Mm-hmm. I voted for. Yeah, no, I'm dual citizenship. That's what he did. I voted because they need to be saved over there. I got family over there, and they can't stand what's going on. No one understands it. It's because it's the people who were in charge are doing a lot of damage. You know, people getting their palms greased. It's all over the place. You know, it's really a frightening thing, and that's why people need to step up. You do the right thing. You know.
We just need to wait until Dinosaurus dies, and then as soon as Dinosaurus is dead, there won't be any more money for these people, or at least there'll be a lot less of it, and things will change. And there's only so much that his Nazi occult rituals and other such can prolong his life.
It's like the tools I talked about on Friday. Tools the same.
Yeah.
Looks like this stream ain't going to be monetized either.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm only half joking here, but Indiana Jones is old, So we need Father Time to do the work for us now,
Well, he'll be replaced by a female soon.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to live forever. I'm high on cocaine and fentanyl. Listen, everybody, don't take your no, I can't say that either. Boycott Indianapolis 7. I made my money, so I don't care. But there ain't going to be no Chewbacca woman with a fedora. They already had screenings. People hated that bitch. They cut her out from as much as the movie as they could, which isn't that much because that bitch is in every scene. But it's going to be terrible. Just remember that. I love money, and that's what I care about. That's why I did the film. I was going to say the old moving pictures. Anyway, fuck that. No, it's all shit. It really is. And some more shit is this shit.
How long will you play Captain Marvel for?
I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
No. Nobody wants you to do it again.
Yeah, that trailer looked awful, man.
That's awful. There's so much bad shit coming out now. It's really scary. We have a lot of good things, but there's a whole lot of bad things still. I know they have what was it? Sisu, the creators of John Wick. It's that one that's during war times, and it's just destruction of Yahtzees all over the place. That finally got a release date. It looks like it's going to be the 28th, so another 2 weeks. That's going to be great. I hear Evil Dead. People are ranting and raving about how great that is. They said maybe the best one or the scariest for at the least it is the scariest, they said. And people have been eating it up for the pre-screenings and the special screenings and stuff. And I believe the post-Exorcist came out this week as well. I didn't get a chance to see it, but I know people were saying that really looked amazing as well. I want to see it, but I just haven't had a chance yet. But yeah, so there's some good along with the bad that Hollywood is pumping out. There's also... go ahead.
Sorry, go on. Sorry. Oh, no, I just saw a comment up here by Papa Cotton, which was related to this. He says, this seems like an obvious sign of the dumbing down of entertainment. Okay, it's fun, whatever. This wouldn't have been your best movie 10 years ago. But, I mean, if we go back 10 years, I mean, this is the depressing part of it. I mean, like, jump back, what was being released 10 years ago? Like...
aside from all the Marvel shit, there was nothing else that was really competing with it. All those movies.
And is the Marvel shit really all that? I mean, there are some good Marvel movies. I love
some good
superhero movies,
Yeah, no,
they're pretty mindless, for the most part. There
is a reason people are getting jaded with all that shit because it is too much now. and it's all like it's kind of carbon copy of one another. It's really odd, dude. Hold on.
Well,
no. I did not read the new one yet. My comic shop sold out, so I think I'm gonna be. I think they're gonna get it next week. So yeah, I think I still got to finish reading the third one. Maybe I did.
Look at what was released in '87 though, and compare it to now.
Yeah, I mean, back. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, and you have a bunch of franchises starting in '87.
Mm-hmm.
Because the 80s and the 90s were a creative renaissance, man. They were the practical effects had gotten good enough that they could get away with making things look reasonably cool. And so they had all of these long-standing properties and stuff that they could then carry over onto the silver screen that were tried and true and sort of were I don't know. The world's changed, guys. The world's changed.
Oh, I know.
Are we a bunch of old men shouting at clouds? Or?
Well, the writing was better back then, too. You had John Milius was writing a bunch of stuff. You had a lot of good people, a lot of creative people. The ones who did the Back to the Future.
Harlan Ellison,
There's a lot of great people involved. Yeah, Harlan Ellison.
Shane Black. Shane Black did a lot of good stuff back then.
He did.
His only shit product was basically Predator 4.
What was?
Predator 4 was pretty much his only shit product, and he owned it. He said, "Sorry, I thought it was a good idea."
Yeah. It's said that could have been something great, and it just
what was the last new franchise? Like, was it the Fast and the Furious? Was that like the last?
No, Avatar.
John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what's up, Nelson? Dude, he's bummed he missed the first.
Well, I guess Game of Thrones, maybe.
Yeah, like there's no.
But the books were.
Dude, but it killed itself.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's dead. It's not coming back. Like, honestly, the House of the Dragon is good and all, but it's never going to recoup the success that
the Game of Thrones writer forgot about Winter.
Oh, Harry Potter's making a ton of money.
Yeah, that's
not like it, but it is making money.
Sure, you got a whole bunch of YouTubers who are screaming, "Yeah, boycott everything," and "F all this," and then they're supporting the video game and all that other stuff. So
weren't they the same ones crying about her before that game?
Of course they were. They're hypocrites.
I don't understand how no one in the history of YouTube, at least that I've seen, has called her out on the fact that the whole fucking thing is plagiarized. Like, there's a comic book that was floating around like nearly a decade before fucking I think it's like Alakazam or something. It's not Alakazam, but it's something like that. It's an indie comic that's about a young wizard that goes to wizard school, rides a broom, he's got a scar on his chest and an owl familiar. And I'm like, when the movie first came out, I thought that it was an adaptation of that old comic that I had. And so I went, oh no, this is actually a whole new thing. Like, this is actually I thought the books were like inspired by the comic or vice versa, but no. And the comic predates the fucking Harry Potter by I think 6 years or something. And if you look into it, she had a settlement with the guy that created it where she paid him off so that she wouldn't get screwed by it. No one talks about it. And now it's this multi-billion-dollar machine, this huge thing. And it's like, well, what about that poor little indie dude that came up with the fucking idea? I hope he got a fucking decent payday. I hope he got a decent payday.
Look at Harlan Ellison.
He's not getting anything, guaranteed.
Harlan Ellison wrote the Terminator. He's not getting credit. He had to sue to just even get referenced in the credits.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
I have a fuck ton of letters that are typed up on his typewriter from Harlan Ellison, like a whole bunch of them. I think 30 or something. So we used to write back and forth from back in the day. Yeah,
damn.
They're one of the things that I don't want to sell, but I might have to one day to anyway, because the tax sucks. But yeah, he's a genius. He's a cynic but a really smart guy, and really nice.
The reason why they can't hit her on plagiarism is that you can't plagiarize an idea. You can only plagiarism kicks in if you copy the unique execution of that idea, because you can argue that two people have the same idea, right? But they wouldn't have the same execution.
Yeah, because there are things that I wrote about first, and they're already showing up in different stuff, and nothing I can do about it.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want to talk about it, but I know you guys have already seen it, and it's stuff I wrote about years ago, and it's showing up.
Well, that's why in game development everything was so super secret, because game development takes a long time to get the game out the door, and if you've got a competing developer that has more resources, like EA or somebody who can get their product. Yeah, they get their product to the market faster than you. They turn around and sue you, even though it was your idea first, because you showed something at E3. Like, here's a demo of our sci-fi MMO shooter, and then E3,
That's why Nintendo has a death grip on their IPs.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the reason that Sonic the Hedgehog was able to dethrone his rightful predecessor, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic.
Oh my God, Sonic.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Sega was able to disrupt it and get its product out to market first. So Sonic only got to market after the fact and never really had the success that he deserved. Unfortunately.
That's great. I gotta say here, because Nuke brought this up. He said, he heard they're gonna be rebooting Baywatch, and Mandy Rose is interested. This is Mandy Rose. I'd be fine with that. You don't need a script. Just have her running around in a bathing suit all day.
Slow motion,
right? This is
they re-released the Baywatch movie. And I mean, how did that do? That's the same premise, right? Like,
I liked it. The new one, the one with The Rock. I thought it was
Zac Efron. Yeah.
Efron was great in it.
This is the chick that the Federation that they shit canned because she had some kind of it was like a tease thing. OnlyFans. She didn't show anything, but I guess it was enough to piss them off, and they shit canned her. She was their champ too for a long time. So
a non-nude OnlyFans is like O'Doul's beer.
Yeah, right. It's like Bud Light.
But you get to keep your dick.
Holy shit, that took me a while.
I know. Wow. Bud Light is such a mouthful.
Are you chugging? Yeah, sure.
Too much to swallow.
And Tony said he gives the Philosopher's Stone there. He says it follows the same story beats as Star Wars. Yeah, speaking of things that rip it off of other things. Yeah.
Yeah, but in defense of that though, dude, like that's Joseph Campbell and the whole Hero of a Thousand Faces. Like Star Wars ripped off Akira Kurosawa, who ripped off somebody else. Like that is a generic template.
But the farm boy inspired by something else.
Yeah, like the poor farm boy has the wizard or the wise man that teaches him something, and then the wise man dies, and then he goes reluctant call to action and all that. Like that's a generic template, and you can just apply anything to that. Like a lot of stories follow that.
Mm-hmm.
If you rip off one person, it's plagiarism. If you rip off 200, it's research.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
We see it all over a certain community. We see that everywhere. Huh?
Oh shit!
Ridiculous, yeah. But it's not 200. It's more like they're like stealing from 2 or 3.
Isn't it mandatory to do that?
Oh fuck!
I wonder how many IPs were stolen with the current ones that were out there. Let's count.
Oh no!
That's too much.
Horses! Oh, horse! Of course. Oh, never mind. I'll probably get copyright struck for that one, right? This is just, I don't know. It's insane. All of this shit is insane. I can't stand it. There's so much scum that's out there. But just remember, fuck you, James Gunn.
Party! I'm nice. Move it, dick face.
We're always having a party here.
I'd make sure Hans got.
Make sure what?
Hey, James might take him up on it. He looks like he's his type. Old man.
Ugh. Yeah, and he's
not okay.
Yeah, James Gunn is
just
disgusting. All this stuff is what they're doing across the board is just nasty. I can't believe that they continue making these movies. They keep giving promotions to scumbags and horrible people. It's like there is talent out there. There are better things out there. People on this panel proved it time and time again. Time
and time again.
Yeah, I hope more people are going to support real independent creators, people who are really working hard to get you quality stuff.
Well, some people called out James Gunn though, but it was a minor complaint.
Oh no!
Oh wow!
Damn! Zinger!
Remember what I told you.
Don't be a cunt.
Oh my god! Yeah, this is just—it's all just wonderful, isn't it? Speaking of other bad movies and continuing a legacy of shit, apparently they are making a sequel to I Am Legend.
Do you see how racist that is, dude?
Oh,
like I don't even need to be a fly on the wall at the corporate meeting for the production for this, but they're like, do we have any other black men that can replace Will Smith? Because we race swapped him in the original, because in the story, Omega Man, he was actually a white guy, but
the actual novel itself. Have you read the novel?
Yeah, with the vampire. Yeah,
that was fantastic. That whole thing was amazing. Do you know the original movie was actually it was kicking around since like the late 80s. They were going to make it Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was supposed to be the main character, and it came damn close from being made. I think John Milius was attached to it as well. So that the story was going to be great, and they just kept letting it go. I don't know what the hell happened.
Well, they have to cast Chris Rock though.
Chris Rock.
I like Michael B. Jordan, but I just feel like it's very racist to be like, let's get the magic black man of Hollywood to play this role too. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
so this is a reboot, right? This is a reboot, or
no? This is a continuation.
No, they're going to continue it. There's been, I think, three reboots? There was the Vincent Price one. There was Omega Man,
Charlton Heston,
and then there was one with Will Smith. And the only thing I like about the Will Smith thing is that they actually brought it to New York. It was actually supposed to be in California, but I like the location better, me personally. But they screwed everything else up. Everything. The vampires they were using the mummy technology.
They're all bad
the Brendan
CG.
Fraser ones, where they had their whole bottom jaws extend in a cartoonish way. It looked so stupid. There was moments where it
the
could have
dog
been
scene
really
made
good.
me sad.
Well, they also didn't talk. The
dog scene made me sad. It was sad, Liam. I'm a dog person.
Yeah, no one wants to see
it. It hounded me too.
Jesus, Steve.
But I mean,
it was rough to watch.
Are you like even dad jokes? Like, what is this?
Oh, yes, I am. Damn right, I am, sir.
This is how Stig rolls.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm telling dad jokes, it would be apparent, wouldn't it?
I love this guy.
Yeah, we have Norwegian comedy. Here on Sunday night, we have
coming all the way from Lillehammer.
all the way from Norway. Hey, we have another shred. This is amazing. We got caller-ins. This is how we roll, folks.
No, this is how I roll.
Remember, if you want to support the channel, you can always send a super chat, and we play some stuff from China, John China. It's gonna be fantastic.
Oh my god!
All right, so here's the thing.
You did it, didn't you?
What I could not stand what they did in I Am Legend is they destroyed the entire ending, the entire story of what it was supposed to be. He was supposed to be the last person, but instead they have survivors. They have like a little clan. It became Walking Dead at the end of it, and he doesn't even get to say his line, because that was the point of it. His last line is that I am Legend. I am the last human. It's
that and the whole nature of the vampire. Like, so the bad guys were like these vampires or whatever. They were sentient. They spoke, In fact, there's actually a female vampire that doesn't get captured. She actually infiltrates, ingratiates herself to get information out of.
She
God, I
put
can't
makeup
remember.
on.
Yeah.
To fool him, and it was
completely.
great. Like there was so much cool stuff in there. You know, it's a solid story. I had a friend. He was another bodybuilder guy. He used to do some TV stuff and a couple of movies here and there, but not big ones. But this guy was actually he had gotten the rights as well, and he made like an independent film, and they used the firehouse from Ghostbusters.
Nice.
He shot the whole thing in there. You know,
This is great.
Dude, I mean, there's people who are trying. There's people who want to do it the right way. And you got Hollywood just, again, making the most retarded decisions. We'll love a sequel to it. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, this is great. You know what? We're gonna get that one girl. What's her name? Topanga. We heard that she's doing porn now. She'll be great in this film.
Oh no. Was it Danielle Fishel or whatever?
What was that?
The chick that played Topanga in Boy Meets World.
Yeah,
She was absolutely gorgeous, man. Holy crap.
Which I think she's like one of those like a holy person Christian with a big family.
I'm starting to see a pattern here. Like Candace Cameron Bure, same thing. She got hotter as she got older, and she's like super conservative, and it's like, wow, dude, like good for you, man.
Well, hold on, we got a special guest today. We have the Cheeto man himself.
Oh no.
Hello, Mr.
Hello
President.
there. Yes, this is your real president. I'm sorry I'm late. I was helping Neil shop for a gargoyle. If you hear any screwing sounds, Neil's not manly enough to put up a shelf, so I'm going to do it for him. Yeah, make America great again, all that.
How big?
What are we talking about here?
Is it huge? Is it a huge shelf?
It's a huge shelf. It's going to be the greatest shelf in the history of shelves. And if you don't like it, well, I don't know what to tell you. Go cry in a toilet.
Go cry in a can of Bud Light.
It's great.
There you go. Yeah. Go hang out with Dildo Mudvayne and cry in a can of horsefish Bud Light.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, Mr. President, on your son who agrees with the Bud Light nonsense?
I've already disowned him. I've taken him out of my will, and I'm already sleeping with his wife, so it's okay.
That was fantastic. Oh, wow.
Okay, never stop doing that voice.
Okay, for you, I will. I love the ladies. I try to respect their requests. Unless you're one of these ladies trying to play in sports or use the women's bathroom when you're not really a lady.
Oh my God, that is glorious.
Oh shit.
Thank you.
You know, women's bathrooms are gonna have glory holes now. I don't think people have thought about that.
Oh my God, dude.
Or
I
friend
agree with
holes,
that.
as they call
Yeah,
it.
it's like the good women shouldn't be playing man sports and vice versa. It's not right. You know, you got to move the testicles out of the way, otherwise you're gonna get injured. That's why they can't play certain sports. This is a fact. I'm the world's greatest detective. I notice these things. Yeah, it's maddening. All this stuff is. You know, we try to have fun here. We try to poke fun at the nonsense, but it looks like we're getting more nonsense. Yeah, I don't know. This guy's become super arrogant too. His co-star in the Creed sequel, it looked like it was a stunt. And then they're saying there's more stuff coming out that it may be factual. They're trying everything they could to get publicity. They don't care what it is. Publicity is just going to, they think, make people run to the theaters and watch these bad movies. Or nobody cares anymore. You know, Ant-Man, and whatever the quantum nonsense, whatever it's called, that thing lost $150 million. No one's going to run to the theater. No one cares. This shit is all ridiculous. You know, they're trying everything that they could. I hope Disney's going to keep losing more money because they deserve it. For those who missed, we were talking about that. There were a former child actress turned porn star was exposing Disney. She was someone who was on Boy Meets World, and Yeah, she said that the executives there were making all the young girls dress in lingerie for them privately.
That's disgusting, man.
They wanted them to be hypersexual on the show, but yet they had to have a virginal thing about them. Like there were
Wait a minute.
crazy stipulations they were putting in.
So
Did you see Topanga's a porn star now?
Not Topanga.
Never mind.
Maitland Ward.
It's Topanga or nothing.
You're so pointed.
I got a non-disclosure agreement I want her to sign.
Not going to use taxpayers' money for it.
Seriously though, Tinderella.
What?
Tinder.
Oh God.
Tinderella.
It's more like Grinder for them. These creeps.
Oh.
It's really gross. I don't know. Jeez. Maybe we should go back to the video game conversation. Everything else is so disgusting and frightening.
Yeah, let's stop with the small talk.
Yeah, we're talking about a video game that like broke records, and it's basically like you're shooting the heads off of these creatures. There's a virus that infected. Oh wait, maybe we can't talk about this. Jeez. But if you're playing this game for the first time, you're like, oh my God, this is reminiscent of what happened the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Like straight up, our main hero here, he gets injected with something that.
Yeah, the injection.
Yeah,
he got the jab. Leon, you got the jab. Oh no!
His doctor was Dr. Mendez in the village, and Dr. Mendez he also was not only the doctor, he was also a patient himself. Oh my God!
You know what they should do? You know, sports games like FIFA and stuff.
Yeah,
they should have like vaccinated difficulty.
Oh,
yeah, the characters
myocarditis.
Keel over.
Yeah, they just plop. Did you guys ever play that game Dragonheart back in the day on the SNES or the Sega Saturn? The game was so poorly designed. Yeah, it was called Dragonheart. So they wanted to thematically move, like put a heart into the game mechanics for some reason. So like your character starts swinging a sword and it burns through the stamina meter. And then all of a sudden he just sits there like dazed, leaning against his sword, holding his chest, trying to catch his breath. And the heart starts beating like violently. And then you have to wait for the bar to replenish to act again. It's like, this is the dumbest game mechanic. But it sounds like it would be perfect in the vaccinated challenge level.
Yeah,
in
they're
FIFA.
putting it into
It's
everything.
like a heart like exploding.
Stig is right. I don't know if they're doing it. I don't know if they're putting it into FIFA, but I heard that Nintendo's doing it with the new Mario game. It's me, Mario Kartitis. Oh
Well, that's the goal of the Vax League, is to make sure that you can finish the game.
Yep.
The one with the most members that still on their feet live or win.
Would you play on that difficulty, Adega? Because I know you play in the hardest settings, and that would be the hardest one if your character's got myocarditis.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult.
He's like,
You have to avoid the jab on every corner.
He's like, I got a random number. That knife that you can, you get a one use and then reverse.
Dude.
And then you got myocarditis if you run.
If I could get into that, dude, I'll put in a random number, like a table that does a random array that'll actually make your character just crop over and die and say like myocarditis. You know, you're playing the game, it just randomly happens. It can hit you at any time. You know, the first level, the last level, during a boss, doesn't matter. You're dead.
I thought that's what Dr. Mario was. Am I wrong? I don't know. I'm not a Nintendo guy. Not since I was a kid, so I don't know.
Throw syringes. No.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and instead of choosing continue, you choose a booster.
Wait, it's not working. It's still dead.
You have 4 boosters left.
You're just throwing syringes into a corpse.
Continue.
We're
It's like
getting dangerous
ragdolling.
territories.
You end up looking like a voodoo doll.
Wait, is this like feng shui, acupuncture shit? What's going on?
Now we know the origins of Pinhead.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, do we have a problem? Oh, what is it? Don't cry. That's a waste of good suffering.
Yeah.
As he talks to a beagle. He's like saying it to a beagle.
Oh no. Oh no,
jeez.
look at its larynx.
I see people mentioning Ellen Page in the chat. That's one that drank a Bud Light.
Oh yeah.
Didn't end well.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel so
Right.
bad for her. Like, or I'm sorry, like I'm not gonna humor it
Well-
for this moment because like
What happened? Because like, keep in mind, I'm an ignorant Australian. So like, what are
Okay,
you even
we'll
talking
tell you.
about?
Well,
Like, what?
Ellen
This is a
Page-
Canadian
Hollywood is
actress.
just very,
Ellen-
very bad to child actors.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
bad.
And-
she
and
got
it
super
screws them up in the head.
sexualized.
Hold on,
Yep.
I'll give him the skinny on this one. I'll give him the skinny and the fatty. There was a personal trainer of Ellen Page's who allegedly was involved in the Canadian government and a program that was going on. And he was dealing with a number
Weapon
of
X?
celebrities. And one of his other celebrities was also Kanye West. But before all that stuff, he was dealing with Ellen Page and convinced her to. This is what they say. This is the big rumor that he's the one who helped push her to become a transformer, and change her name and lob off whatever she had. She didn't have a rack anyway, but I guess they just stuck what was there. And it's crazy. This is, and again, you got to remember, this was from John Hopkins' top psychiatrist, said that this is a mental disorder.
Yeah.
So that's the top psychiatrist said this. So this isn't being, people being mean or anything else. This is literally, you had your top doctor in the world saying this. That's
Yeah, it always used to be classified as a gender identity disorder until just recently. I think it was the
2016.
last. The last time they updated the DSM, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's when the world went to shit.
Yeah.
Around that.
Yeah,
I blame a lot of this on the mental health community.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but again, this is stuff that they're pushing too, because that personal trainer, Kanye West, said that he threatened him multiple times, and he showed it. He showed his phone and the threats from this individual while he was on, I believe, Alex Jones, when he was having his another weird breakdown or
Whatever that
stunt, whatever he was doing,
shit,
with the ski mask on, and he said that the guy was threatening to throw him into a funny farm and take his kids away from him and take all of his money. And they did a good job. They hurt this guy financially in a massive way. Dude, this is all weird. This is all bizarre. Don't know what the hell's going on. If they just want to use celebrities to push certain views, who knows at this point? Half this thing could sound like conspiracy theories, but again, there's also proof pointing to these things. Again, it was shown on a national broadcast thing. Essentially, it's crazy. This is all crazy.
Although they're basically grouping young celebrities to be rallying flags.
Yeah, well, that's it, because they know that the celebrities right now, they're worship. I mean, you could see it on a small scale with YouTubers and creators and stuff. They have a simp army that marches behind them. If anyone talks even the slightest shit, they send this legion at you. We're seeing it everywhere.
They don't have to. They send themselves.
Oh, that too.
They're all unhinged.
But again, they want to use celebrity for that. Look what happened with your stupid Johnny Depp situation and all that crap. Essentially, you have two shitty celebrities who are having a public dispute, and they made a whole circus out of it. Why? Because they wanted to take focus off of what was going on everywhere else. So you take one of the biggest celebrities in the world, and you have this whole nonsensical trial, this back and forth, who's shitting in beds, who's throwing bottles at one another. The weirdest nonsense, just to, again, satiate the masses who are glued to their social media on every level. It's really disturbing. And what happened in the meantime? You had literally the World Economic Forum is pushing through all this weird stuff. Our government pushing through all this weird stuff. We had one orange man who was doing the best that he could. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. And now they're trying to distract you with my trial. Okay, my trial doesn't matter. Focus on what they're trying to do on social media right now. Okay, don't look at me.
That's right. We can't help it.
Also, I'd like to say, I have no affiliation with Kanye West anymore after he said positive things about a tiny mustache 20th century dictator and Alex Jones. Thank you.
I know that there was a whole dinner that they had. It was funny because that's where they claimed that Kanye was going to run for president, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't like this conversation. Get out of here."
Yep.
Oh my God.
I still think it's kind of ironic that Jack Sparrow, a pirate, married a landhole.
Man.
Oh, it's amazing. All this stuff.
It was probably for the booty.
Yeah, he plundered that booty and found a turd in his bed.
Yeah, he
Holy
pounded
shit.
it too hard. You know, this happens. You know, I told the same thing to She-Hulk. I pound her every day, every time I stream. I'm like, babe, you gotta hold it in or go beforehand and clean out.
Oh my God.
It's radioactive. I'm sorry. I'm not the hero you wanted, but I'm the hero you deserved.
Yeah,
That
marks
Disney
the
Marvel.
spot.
Take that every day.
Oh, right in the balloon knot.
I made myself sick on that one. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, you know if they did
Hold
a
on,
movie.
I'll give myself one.
Not okay.
Oh. Oh.
You know if
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
That wasn't me this time. Go ahead, Stick.
You know, if they do a movie based on their marriage, right? They could call it Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Okay. Awful. Absolutely awful. Oh
Yeah,
my
shitty.
God. What are you going to throw at us next to try to distract us from everything?
I know what's coming.
Oh,
Let's go lick the world. Let's get it done.
that's going to happen.
No. What's coming next is it's going to happen over across the Pacific Ocean, just north of Liam, and it's I'd say June or July. It's going to happen.
Oh yeah. I think it will. It might be even sooner than that.
Yeah,
But don't worry
really
because
bad about that though.
Because
The,
Taiwan's not a country. Remember that. Sure. Fast and Furious franchise I'm a part of. Sure. Peacemaker, gay, but they pay me a lot of money. Sure. Taiwan. Sure. You're gonna blow it off the face of the earth. Yeah. So enjoy your technology while you still have it.
This is
Taiwan is the
unbelievable.
biggest supplier of microchips to the U.S.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah.
take away all our technology.
Yeah, the SCWs will lose their phones. They're
Well,
gonna
they've already
split up.
stole. They've already stole and reverse engineered everything that they convinced all our corporations to send over there to their slave labor there. Like Foxconn, the giant, they literally have Mega City 1 over there in Shenzhen, which is the Foxconn facility. They had to install Minecraft nets because the despair is so real that people are just flinging themselves off in such degree. They're like, we're losing too many workers.
Yeah.
Wow. It is insane.
And they stole all our shit too.
Yeah, the same was saying that Taiwan is the real China.
It
You know,
is.
your history.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, the CCP took over China, and they chased away the actual Chinese government and the Chinese people. I feel so bad for that, man. That is a shitty situation to be in.
Oh, super! This is just crazy. I'm sorry. We had manliness. Yeah. Cena is straight for pay. That was great. Dude,
Well, you know what? All these politicians and all these people that are preaching this agenda nonsense, it's all starting to come back and bite them in the foot. And we're starting to see it more and more where they're actually exposing themselves. I mean, look at the ridiculousness with everything that they're doing in Hollywood, where everything needs to be race swapped because they say so. And they tell you, well, what's the difference? They're just fictional characters anyway. Well, apparently that doesn't matter even if they're historical characters either to them. until they see something where they can actually cry about it, like that one
The
movie
Hawaiian,
with the
Lilo
Hawaiian.
and Stitch.
Now all of a sudden, now they're going back and they're trying to use our points about why can't you keep it accurate, and now they're crying about that. So now a bunch of us are laughing at them in turn. But it was okay for everything else. Why should you care about this? It's not right. It's not right. Oh yeah, it is right. It is right. How do you like it?
Well,
It's all about hypocrisy with these people. We know that.
double standards.
That's
If-
why
if the-
usually I'm big about like intellectual honesty and like, you know, like if you're gonna criticize one side for one thing and the other side does it, you gotta call them out too. But I'm not doing it with the Lilo and Stitch shit because that's exactly the reason. Every time you know that a character is race swapped from a white person to something else, that it's just a fictional character. It doesn't matter. And now all of a sudden it's happening to them and they're making the same arguments. I don't care. I'm just going to laugh at them, and maybe I'll even join in and be like, it's just a fictional character. Why does it matter?
Well, like if the left, if the left, like if the left didn't have double standards, they'd have no standards. Like you know the release of Zelda, there, the Tears of the Kingdom. There was a reveal of the new what Ganon looks like, the main bad guy, and he's this like kind of half naked buff dude in like a toga. And like Kotaku runs this article about how he's a giant freaking gay thirst trap, and yet the same Kotaku ran articles about how they showed like female characters, and they're like, yeah, Japan needs to stop having 14-year-old boys designing their female characters.
Most of them are designed by women anyway.
Chris, real quick, what the hell's a Hotaku?
Kotaku is this tampon of a rag that passes itself off as a games journalist magazine or website. Yeah, dude, it's disgusting. They basically they were at the time. They ruined their credibility thanks to a certain.
Is that the brand that
ends in gate?
Is that the brand that Dolvani uses?
Probably. I saw an actual TikTok video of was it Dildo Mulvaney? That's a good one. Showing tampons, and it's like, dude, you don't even have the equipment for that thing.
Put enough in his mouth that might do something good.
He thinks he's Audrey Hepburn, but he looks like a cracked out drag queen.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm waiting for the race swap with Tarzan.
I know.
Oh yeah.
For that one, the Ape Man.
Yeah,
They don't have the balls for that.
I've seen
And-
those memes. That is
Am I the
hilarious.
only professional? Guys who act like a bunch of
Pistachio ice cream.
always think they're gonna kill each other.
Oh, he says a bad word there. He does. I'm going to be starting a production company called Orange Pictures. It's going to be the best film company ever, and our first film is going to be a historical drama starring a gay Croatian drag queen playing Harriet Tubman.
Oh my god.
All right, move on. Nothing to see here. Please, Pittsburgh. Nothing to see here, please.
I'll destroy them with their own logic.
I thought they were going to hire another Eastern Bloc action star, transgender dwarf. I thought it was going to be this person. Late breaking news. Gay porn actor decides to grab Uzis and fires on unsuspected jury. Pew, 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 bang, 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 pew, 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 bang, 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 bang.
I'm kind of retarded.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can relate.
Oh, this is something else. Holy hell.
Wow.
Let's go lick the world. Let's get it done.
My butt's been wiped.
Yeah, my butt's been wiped. Let's go lick the world. We have the mentally challenged who are supposedly running the country. Our orange man said it. He said it loud and proud.
Remember what I told you.
Don't be a cunt.
Words to live by. Words to live
Yeah.
by.
Well,
as hard as it is, it's
it was going to be that. It was going to be from this Orange Man that he said literally that he's not running anything. He goes literally he felt sorry for him because he goes he's not there. He goes I've known other 90, 80-year-olds, 90-year-olds who they have their facilities. They can think they're sharp as a whip. Look at old Poopy Pants. He's broken. I feel very sorry for him. But
I retract that statement. I no longer feel sorry for him. I just watched a compilation of him sniffing children and making women uncomfortable, and I no longer think it's elder abuse. I think he's getting do the Joker thing, with the bang and the Robert De Niro. You have the cutaway, right?
Yeah, hold on, I'm looking for it. I was looking for something else, but yes. Right.
Get what you fucking deserve! I started blasting. Bang!
Yeah, Danny, he's perfect on that one. It's that extra button that you need.
I'm pretty sure all that licking is just tongue-in-cheek humor.
Dude, they had even more footage of him in Ireland. There's one he took a baby out of this woman's arms, and the woman was like panicking, and he's sniffing it and kissing
Give it back!
Yeah, you had to see the panic on her face. I'm like, oh my god,
dude. Brandon reminds me of if you've ever seen that movie, The Dark Crystal. Do you remember like when that one King Skeksis was like in bed dying, and he's all like, yeah, and all the other ones are like are all around his bed going, and he's like, like that's Biden right now. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
I love Dark Crystal, but I don't love the Biden administration.
No one does. Literally, you have his crackhead son who's running around trying to direct his father while he's over there. His crackhead son.
Don't laugh! Don't laugh! She's right! She's right! This crack shit's killing him! This super crack will get the job done a lot quicker.
Love that movie.
So the President of the United States is taking advice. Like, is this like, you're not fucking with me? The President of the United States is taking advice from his crack-addled son, who had a laptop in which he accused his father, the President of the United States, with being a kiddie fiddler.
Yep.
Yep.
They call me.
Wasn't accusing. He was stating fact.
He was stating fact.
Oh, there were pictures too.
There's a lot of stuff.
Well, regardless of whether or not it's fact, he made the accusation against his own father, and his father somehow thought, this is the kind of guy I need to help me run the country.
Like,
he's the smartest guy he knows.
Yeah, don't forget that. That's the smartest guy.
That's 2.4. That's 2.4 grams.
Don't forget, he made the Biden crime family. He made them millions of dollars with their new Lord and Emperor Xi Jinping. So that's the
smartest ones though were the hookers that Hunter Biden rented, because they washed their crack and sold it to him again.
Well, don't forget, he got angry because the ounce wasn't.
That's 2.4. It was like no. He said it. I think he said it's like that's 20 ounces or whatever. And you're literally looking at the digital scale, and it says like 2.1 or whatever. And it's like you can't even read the damn scale correctly, idiot.
No. When you're high on crack, I mean.
Smartest guy he knows, though.
Smartest guy he knows. Yeah, because again, he's got a direct line to Xi Jinping. Direct line.
Yeah, and our taxpayer money is what flown him over there.
Yeah,
they rob us blind. They steal our money through taxes. They get filthy rich off of us. They're parasites.
Yeah,
well, I mean, I really am convinced at this point this is why they keep bringing up Ukraine all the time, because they want to keep everybody distracted with Ukraine while China does whatever they want. While China does whatever they want.
Yeah, we don't mention that country because we know that hurts channels. But,
what are we going to call it? Propane?
Oh yeah, propane. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, propane.
I tell you what.
What?
I'll tell you what.
It's the propane. It was. I didn't do it in a Texan accent, so the joke didn't land. But just carry on.
Damn it, Bobby!
What the hell?
What the hell? Come on, propane. Propane.
Damn it, Liam.
Yeah, no, this is we're getting into some scary territory. Don't forget those laptops. Again, it wasn't just one; it was three. Those laptops were his dead man switch. because the certain emperor of China was offing all of Hunter's business partners.
Yep.
And he said, why is he still alive? Like there's literally there was an email or something that was sent, and like he's basically telling him, like, whack your own son. And that's why he started doing this stuff. That's why he started recording himself like crazy. He was getting paranoid. That was some of the videos that were leaked of him talking to his other prostitutes and his sister-in-law. The widow of his brother. He started banging. The whole thing is disturbing on every level. The whole thing.
Yep.
It's like a soap opera mixed with a crime family movie mixed with some
Mixed
weird
with
porno.
Down syndrome.
Call me Michael Corleone.
They wish they could write a crime story that good.
Well, this one's got hundreds of billions of dollars worth of crime. So, man, I don't know. They're doing pretty good.
Yeah, they are. This is
robbed this country blind.
This is awful, man. They destroyed us.
Yeah.
Whew.
And they're gonna keep doing it too.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta say, in my area, they ran out of gas this weekend.
Holy
there was no gas
shit.
anywhere in my area.
Oh shit.
Welcome to the Carter
So
administration.
this is something actually like real talk here for a minute, guys. Let's this isn't like big brain conspiracy stuff or jokes either. This is for everyone that's sort of paying attention. When I was looking up the why there was such a huge discrepancy in the exchange rate, like we're talking hundreds of dollars. It's never happened in the history of me doing business in the United States. I found that that everywhere that's essentially producing oil is going to be, starting in November, producing 200 barrels less per day every single day, starting in November.
I thought it was
So
200 million. Did they say that?
Yeah, 200 million. Sorry, 200 million.
Oh,
yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, this was the
so
treasurer. The treasurer of Australia said this on an interview on the morning show over there.
Yeah. So in November, there's going to be skyrocketing fuel and plastic prices where this is like really, really, really rough. So I would recommend if you've got the income to start to grab yourself some gas and like jerry cans and stuff, so you've got some backups for later. It should last until mid December. Make sure you date it because it does go off.
Well, there's an easy way to fix that. I was a mechanic, and one of the easiest ways, you get a fuel booster. It will actually recondition the gas. So.
Oh, that's good to
Before
know.
it gets all syrupy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just this is something that we had a huge jump in gas prices here in Australia just a few, I'd say around the beginning of the year or whatever, and it got pretty high. But this is much, much, much worse. I'm expecting a six times increase in the current rate of fuel. I think that it's going to be like nearly double what it was over in America when you had your last big fuel spike just recently. So
the fuel isn't the problem.
Sorry for the screen.
No worries. The fuel isn't the problem. It's all of our products, because fuel is required to deliver all of those products, because all of our corrupt government officials decided to outsource all of our manufacturing overseas. So that means every product now is going to be 6 times the price.
Well, okay, so no, yes, you're right, but fuel is definitely the problem.
Well, no. What I mean is, like, getting us at the gas pump is going to hurt, but so is like all of your food,
transporting
all of your
food, vegetables, all that stuff.
Well, that's exactly why when the gas prices for normal cars started coming down, the petrol, and the diesel really wasn't. So all those trucks still moving all the product back and forth across countries, and that's why all the prices were still high, because of that diesel price.
We're about to see what life was like under Jimmy Carter.
Oh, I was alive.
Oh, it's going to be worse.
I was there then.
I remember one of my earliest memories was I was with my mother in her Monte Carlo, and we were at a queue to get in, to get gas. And sorry, folks. And the car ran out of gas right there, and we couldn't move it. So we had to walk home. I think I was about 3 or 4. Yeah. Yeah, I think I was like 3. Yeah, I was.
And
really
ours
young.
right. This is all by design.
Yep.
It's manufactured scarcity by leftists.
Yeah, because we have
And-
tons of oil. Yeah, this is totally a manufactured problem, and this would not. To state the obvious, this would not be happening under Trump. Not even close.
Not even close.
Well, I
Trump
mean,
basically
you
put a
know-
break on it for 4 years.
The current administration had planned this for a while. That's why freaking Poopy Pants over there emptied out the oil reserves.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He emptied out the oil
That's
reserves.
ours, by the way.
Yeah, he stopped our pipeline, greenlit the other one. The whole thing has been just destruction and a scam from day one.
Yep.
Not just that. He also shut down every offshore oil rig off of every coast, the East Coast, the West Coast, Gulf of Mexico. And there was a secondary pipe. Oh, wait, you already said that. Okay, but all the federal land, I'm sorry, it's federal land now, but all the private oil reserves in the United States, the federal government basically strong-armed everyone who owned them privately, took the land from them and paid them off or, threatened them or whatever. And now it's federal land and you can't drill on it. Yes, this is a manufactured problem. And if you reelect me in 2024, the only thing you'll have to worry about is what porn star I'm going to cheat on my wife with and not all this crap.
Does anybody honestly think that this man is going to see presidency in 2024?
They're going to try.
They're going to get him in a cell and Epstein him.
I don't see how. I don't.
It's
see
not going to
how-
happen. I voted, and they. I'm not even registered in my state anymore, even though I registered and they unregistered me.
I don't see how anybody. I don't even know how voting works anymore.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
They're all appointed.
Yep.
Yeah, it's installed.
It's scary stuff, but we can't say that over here. But we all kind of know. Chris, what's up, buddy? It's always great to see you, man. I hope you're having a good night. Well, if you are around, you want to pop in, I could drop you a link. I know you're usually working, but we'll see. Yeah, Chris is always awesome too. He's a good dude. If you guys haven't yet, go check out his YouTube channel as well. He keeps changing his name in places.
Red Dress Press.
Godzillionaire, yeah, I think there's gonna be
there's another
a
Red
quote
Dress
unquote election, but I don't think it's gonna be legit. I don't think we'll ever see another legit one.
Nope. There won't be.
I don't even know when the last legit one was, to be honest.
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Yeah, you're probably right. 60. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it just sucks that like I had to live through this. Like, why couldn't this have missed my generation? Damn it. Why couldn't I have been like a boomer and be like on my way out? Or
I know.
like they had like Nom. That was their worst thing. Dude, I've had like 3 Noms in my lifetime now. We had Desert Storm, we had freaking
don't forget that little rat bastard who he should be hanging on the end of a noose. He said there's gonna be it's gonna be more pandemics. It's gonna be way worse.
Yeah, because they're gonna make it that way.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they have so much shit. It's crazy. So much. This was the weakest one that they the pangolin situation was the weakest one out of
The
what they
next
have.
one is going to be a pandemic in name only. It's just going to be covering up the ill effects of the Dax hound.
Well, don't worry, because they're putting stuff into our food that we got to watch out for.
Yeah.
Look, we saw what happened to Mario before.
Yeah, well, in Europe, they just passed a law that they don't even have to tell you if they're putting bugs in your food now.
Yeah. Yep. And that's it. We get most of our cattle and stuff comes from Europe. Which is insane.
Nation of origin isn't legal any. Like they don't have to legally tell you that anymore.
Yeah, and they said they could bypass a lot of stuff too. As long as it's chopped up over here, they could say product of the U.S.
Yep.
Yeah. And did you hear about the 1,800 cows in Texas last week that spontaneously combusted? Yeah. Eat the bugs. Follow Uncle Klaus. Yeah.
I know what happened. It was all that methane gas. The Europeans were right. We need to collect all that gas in a balloon on their back, and then we send it into outer space. That's what we have to do.
Yeah.
You think I'm joking? They literally did that in Europe.
Yep.
Yeah,
They
RR
literally
is
did
right. RR is right. Elections at the local level. I think that's like I was saying that. I think it was Friday.
Yeah.
That was that's our last stand between the individual and the federal government.
And also to add to that, know your neighbors. Get to know your neighbors' names. Befriend them. Be nosy.
Yeah.
And make sure that everybody knows who everybody else is and everybody else's business, because that's the only way.
Yeah, even if they're shitty, you have to know that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is we've seen videos now of all what's happening in the blue cities with all the sewers overflowing with their crime, and they're coming into the suburbs now. This guy's getting like his car jacked in like downtown suburbia because like all the trash is oozing out of the sewers into suburbs now. There's so much of it, and it's like, if you had friendly neighbors, they would just be, I saw nothing. Yeah, there was a loud bang. Oh, there was? Hey, want to see my nice new garden? Like,
yeah.
Right.
This is why this is why I've been telling people for a while. And why you got to get out of the cities. You got to go rural. You got to build community. You got to get back in touch with your humanity and get away from what is a sickness. Look, we had difficulties in society with people living like ants. Humans aren't ants. They're not meant to live that way. But we have a real problem now with the internet too. And we all love the internet. We're all here using it, enjoying it. But it breeds a level of narcissism in people where they dehumanize others, where you don't look at a lot. I don't say you. A lot of people, when they're using their Instagram or their Twitter or whatever, they don't look at the avatar on the other side of the screen as someone with a human behind it. They just see it as an enemy or someone to give them pleasure or elicit some other emotional response. And the capacity to block anyone or mute anyone that disagrees with you or challenges you actually creates a society of people that are emotionally stunted because they never learn to experience new ideas or grow or face the fact that they could be wrong about something and have to increase their emotional maturity or their tolerance. So we've taken that away from us. Without that, we have a bunch of heartless people that are very much rewarded by the dopamine hit to think, hey, I'm going to do whatever suits me, and whatever's best for me right now. And there's no moral quandary. It's like, it's Seinfeld taken to 11, It's Seinfeld taken to 11. And that's not the best incarnation of humanity, It might be funny, but it's...
Seinfelds were terrible people.
Exactly.
Well, it's basically an echo chamber of your own making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can follow whoever you want.
It's creating abusers. It's creating abusers and people to, Anyway, sorry for ranting.
Yeah, I was easily an abuser before the internet.
But dude, look at some of this. This is real. This is more one of the tame ones. There are other ones that are huge on their backs. You
ever see the ones with the holes in them?
Yeah,
they actually have a big fist-sized hole. They drill into these things and keep a plastic ring so their stomach is exposed to the air, and you can look inside.
I'm showing one right now because I don't want anything too graphic that might pop up on screen that's related to this shit. Because it is disgusting. It's disgusting. It's evil. It's inhumane. And they say, "Oh, because the gas is destroying everything." That's a lie, and everyone knows. Again, animal droppings like that from cows, from certain animals. What do you think it is? It's fertilizer.
It makes it. Yeah,
returns nutrients.
Yeah, exactly. It returns nutrients to the soil, and it helps the grass grow and actually grow greener.
Yeah,
and they're also ignoring the geology of the world. You could think back when the world was at its greenest, the Paleo. Dinosaur eras, various different times, and you do the carbon, how much was in the atmosphere at the time, it is almost 10 times what we have now. What we are doing, what the whole process of this, trying to eliminate the carbon, would literally kill us all.
Yep. This is insane. This is, again, Lion Ryan's asking, what is this? They're trying to collect the animal's gas in a bag. That's what they're trying to do, because they believe that the methane from a cow is destroying the ozone. This is their quote. This is the World Economic Forum. This is the horse shit that they're pushing for us.
or other cow shit. But yeah,
Cow shit,
Yeah.
bullshit. It's all bullshit.
I mean, are they gonna use the methane to like power something? Like, I don't know. This is so stupid.
It is stupid. Frankie's
They're gonna huff it.
Is that cow?
They're gonna huff it.
Huff cow farts.
No, never go full Rama Rama. Never go full Rama Rama.
Unbelievable.
But Frankie asked a good question.
Sitting in a gold mine.
Yeah, Taco Tuesday is a gold mine over here.
Right? But yeah, Frankie was asking. Yeah, Trina was saying it too.
How can corruption be stopped?
Yeah.
I think
there's an
exposing
obvious
it.
answer to that, but we can't say that on YouTube.
Well, yeah, there's that. But most of all, I think you have to know what's going on, and you have to expose it the best you can. And
exposing it is pointless. Exposing it will do nothing. We are beyond the point. Yellow journalism has completely taken over the Western journalism sphere.
You're just flatter.
Your voice is. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. People can literally look up whatever they want on the internet and find out that it's true, regardless of whether it is or it isn't. And everything is set up to fall. All you can do.
Well, you know what? You know,
come together with like-minded people. Together with like-minded people.
I think exposing it is still important.
I think exposing it is important in the idea that if you show enough people who are just sitting on the fence about this, and maybe you can actually nudge them into action, that is where exposing this actually can be beneficial. The problem is there's so many people that are fence sitters. There's so many that are fence sitters, and it's so hard to nudge them into action. That's where the problem lies.
I really think
here's the thing too. Going along with what
everyone's free to disagree, but I really encourage everyone to look at the people that are in your life and start making proactive changes in your life, because a lot of what will happen is like you trying to convince people on the internet or go out and reach strangers. It's a waste of time and energy.
It's not a waste of time. I can tell you up in the Portland area, various different places in the U.S. where this stuff has taken hold and gotten so bad. Just like Tommy said, the fence sitters have figured it out and they're starting to speak up and they're moving out. And that's why you're seeing at least in the U.S., you could see it in France too, where these communities where they have left isolated with this stuff because all the good people woke up and moved out. It's eye-opening, and it really is working.
I see it as
that's
a
good.
twofold
That's great. That's great to hear. I guess I'm just a bit of a pessimist, you know.
No.
I want to see physical changes in the world. You know, I want to see
you're
people
both
pulling
right
together
though.
as a community.
Here's the thing: is you're both right. Okay, the hearts and minds thing is a very important goal to have, but you have to understand that the pen is mightier than the sword, and we don't have pens. Basically, the entire media has been compromised. Everything that you say, see, and hear is not real. The only time you can actually get a legitimate reality is by talking to somebody face to face or encountering it for yourself. Now, on the flip side of that, so it is good to try to like put it out there, and you're putting out your rationale, because you know the only difference between a terrorist and a freedom fighter is who wins. But in addition to that, you have to understand that we're past the point of pointing out the issues, and it now needs to be something actionable. And we can talk about it all day about this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem. But we also need to locally start making actions. And
I worry.
Okay,
Chris,
so
I worry that if we wait
was...
any longer, we're going to lose the ability to take the action that.
Exactly, because here's
That's
the thing:
what I'm
is
worried about.
people like we are in a state right now where we have too much to lose if we take action, and they know that. That's why it's called soft power. Dude, we're literally at war with the people who wrote the book on war. Okay, if you want to know what's happening, go read The Art of War. Okay, it'll give you the very first sentence: war is deception. You know, when you're
remember this though, Chris. The first person who loses in any war is the one who remains silent.
All right, can I finish what I was originally going to say?
I'm sorry.
Okay, so I was actually going to get to that point. So I think what we need to do is is inform people of what's going on. And I don't mean just by sitting on the internet and saying, hey, look at this article. I'm talking about actually talking to people, go encouraging people to go to school, to sit on school boards, to go to those meetings. And because there are a lot of parents that actually don't know what is being taught to their kids. And I think exposing that is really, really important.
Yeah.
And then get involved locally.
Yep.
That was going to be my full point.
Sorry, Trina. I wasn't trying to be rude or inconsiderate. This is the first time I've had a chance to really talk about this with anyone. So I just got a bit heated and was like excited. So I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Well, I kind of feel sorry
Thank
for you, Liam, and in a lot of different places around the world. One advantage that the people of the United States have is the citizens still have a considerable amount of power. An armed citizenry is part of it, but that's why we are one of the last. I mean, we have our own issues, but and it may get really bad around the world. But in all honesty, there are enough good people where we're going to pull through this. It's a great reset, and the troubles that we're going to have, it'd just be like any other. World War II, various different things. The side that is pulling this and the people that are falling at have already been so deceived that the rationale of fighting a real battle in long term eludes them. It's the small community. I live in a small community. I can see where the real power of our nation exists. And in the long run, it's what's going to come out ahead. It's very obvious to me. It doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. It's not. Doesn't mean things won't get worse for a time. It will. But in the long run, the good's going to prevail on this. I could see it.
I hope so, man. I hope so, because when I look at the future and I see what I see the Wall-E future. I see a bunch of people that are contented and unwilling to seek out conflict or adversity or change or mess anything up because they're comfortable, and
That's exactly what it is. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and that worries me because I feel that like people are just they're getting intellectually lazy, and the next generation's even worse. They're basically illiterate. They're not being taught how to learn new things. They're just being taught how to follow the algorithm in the machine. And they literally rejiggered our entire education system for that, about 5 or 10 years ago. And it's, it'd be about 15 or it'd be about 15 or, about 15 years ago now. And you can see the impact that it's having on people. And I really think that, people just are not going to care enough to have revolution, because their idea of revolution is like the equivalent of a punk rock show. Go out, have fun on the weekend, and do Black Lives Matter. They don't think about the deeper implications of society or how they're impacting things with the youth culture. Well, in regards to youth culture. And our generation are so busy running around trying to pay bills and keep everything going, or distracted by just how they're inundated with media. Like, you get upset about one thing, and then the next day they give you something else to be upset about, and so no one can focus on fixing any one thing, And it's I don't know. Sorry if I'm being a bit pessimistic.
Well,
it's just
I
that's
agree. No, you're hitting a lot of good points. I mean, everyone on panel, you guys all hit the proper points, because we're seeing this time and time again. What Lion Ratton said too. It's this thing. They're designing these algorithms to make people dumber, to keep them glued.
TikTok
it's
is
the
a
dopamine
psyop.
hits. It's to keep them glued to the phones, glued to the computers. They want that, so that no one's
Ready
focusing on
Player
anything
One.
that they have to do. It's a dumber society. You're right. They're trying to hurt people. That's why they're doing this.
It's like
stuff.
the cows with the bags. That's what people are now.
Well, hold on. Well, see,
they don't even realize it.
Here's the kicker on that. Yeah, here's the kicker on that too. They think the world is that stupid that people were going to believe that nonsense. And the farmers over there went insane. They said, "Are you serious?" Because the ones who didn't comply, they were getting taxed, or they were closing down their farms. That's why they're having these riots and these protests all over the place over there. You know, you had tractors, miles and thousands and thousands of
Getting
tractors
shot at by the cops. Yeah.
Yeah, this was everywhere. This happened in Europe. This happened in countries close to where.
Yo, look at the Discord in France.
In Europe.
Yeah, France is on fire right now.
Oh,
Holland
France
as
is,
well.
talk about a shit show over there. Oh my
Yeah.
God, dude! They say everybody went on strike over the garbage. There's piles of garbage all over France, and then at night they burn it all. There's
And do you notice?
Real quick, hold on a second. Real quick, I just want to throw a thank you out to Felix for holding it down in the chat
hell
and
yeah.
dropping all the links.
Yes,
thank
man.
you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Felix.
Felix is my dude. He's a legend.
Hell yeah,
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
MVP.
Well, just to add to the so if you haven't noticed, like all of this discord that's taking place, all of the riots and all the shit, doesn't it seem really odd that it's conveniently only in European and Western countries? Like you don't hear like Pakistan is set afire.
It's not on the news here in Norway.
Yeah,
but my dad hadn't even heard about it when I mentioned it.
Yeah,
but like there's no the Democratic country of Congo or whatever is rioting in the streets right now and blah 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 and all this stuff because of the Green New Deal. Like this is only an assault on European and Western countries to bring us into the third world. Like we are being dragged down. This isn't like we can't elevate up the rest of the world to our standards of living. We are literally being dragged down. There are Europeans that are contemplating how they're going to heat their homes next year.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that I've already got a reputation for being a raving lunatic, but I agree with Papa Cotton. I think that if we want to change the world, we're going to have to fight. It's too easy for people in power to sit there and just control and destroy people's lives with no risk or harm to themselves. I've
That's what
experienced this
terrifies me.
myself. And I know that it's happening in a larger governmental scale. It's like people aren't putting people first; they're putting ideas first. And I mean, I'm very much a populist. I believe the government exists to serve the will of the people. That's my whole thing. And I think that the government, both here in Australia and in much of the place around the Western world, is currently set up to sustain government. And whereas I understand why some people might think that's a good idea, I think that it's robbed us of so much of our humanity. And we're not making human, compassionate decisions anymore. And I think that that's hurting us as a race, as a people,
Yeah. Well, that's it. They want weak people. I mean, why did they put in soy and everything? No, like seriously, they don't want people who are strong enough to do something. They want people dumb and compliant. And that's why they're doing what they're doing everywhere. It's crazy.
Well, they want us to be Duracell batteries, essentially. They want us to be the Matrix.
Yeah, that's what they want.
It's Ready Player One.
Yeah, Adega has made this point multiple times. He said it, like what they believe in, the people in charge. It sounds insane. What they worship, what they think, and how they think the rest of society is. That everyone really is a peasant. We should be drinking sewage water and eating bugs. That's the thing that they've literally said. They said it at these meetings. Why do you think that they had thousands and thousands of troops all over the place whenever they do these big World Economic Forum meetings? Because they know that these people are hated. They know what they're pushing is propaganda and bullshit. And it's to keep them, the 1%ers, at the top and to destroy the rest of us.
I have a question, though, for the panel. And Liam touched on this earlier, that, social media especially feeds narcissism, right? It basically fuels the narcissistic side of people. So when the only fighting that tends to really happen in the US when it comes to this is someone sharing some well-spoken tweets, right? And do you think people basically consider that enough because they'll go like, oh yeah, I got 20,000 likes. I've really done my part this week.
Yeah.
And then they basically, narcissism
Pacified.
is basically subduing the opposition.
Yes. Yeah, narcissism, or it's not necessarily just narcissism. It's the ego. And
Yeah,
I mean,
validation.
yeah, granted, we can equate a lot of narcissistic tendencies, to the ego or whatever, but it's a little more complex than just because like narcissist personality disorder or whatever is a legit medical condition. Like there are people, it's like psychosis or whatever, and there's different types. But the arrogance. Sorry,
hold on 1 second. Yeah, because Nelson's got to get going. But hey, buddy, yeah,
Oh,
I'll give you
sorry.
the floor. If you want to say anything or promote anything, go for it, buddy.
Oh, just check out my Twitter at Nelson the Gent, or Neil's Twitter at Nelson the Gent. I'm Neil Herzig on Facebook, NeilHerceg. You'll know his stupid face when you see it. He's got a tattoo machine in his hand. And I just wanted to thank you for having me on, Vinny. Everyone, God bless you all. Have a good night. Where we go one, go all, and just don't let Biden sniff you.
Thank you, Mr. President. It was an honor having you on.
Thank you, Batman.
Have a good one.
Anytime.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Have a great night, buddy.
Right.
All right.
But,
sorry, Chris. Yeah.
Yeah. To go back. So the whole thing is that it's what it is it's psychological conditioning and positive reinforcement. What it's doing is it's training your brain in how it's like receiving reward. And your brain is going to adapt to it to make it more efficient. Like, how do I get more reward? And unfortunately, we touched upon it with the whole porno addiction stuff on Friday about how it's never enough.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
No, but it's the same. It's the same pleasure center. Yeah, but like it's the same pleasure center with the what drives people into sexual deviance that drives people into megalomania, which is that
caused it.
Yeah, no, it's that you're training your brain to be receiving like the people who get the 20,000 likes on some stupid fucking Twitter tweet or whatever feel like they just fought a battle at frickin' Dunkirk. Okay. Like that's how their brain works. Like they don't understand they didn't accomplish anything with their stupid fucking tweet, but they feel like a fucking world hero because they just got
they feel like they won something. They think they changed something. They think they made a difference. But the thing is, that's just 20,000 people clicked it. Some people made some comments. It moved.
It's
on,
a bot.
And that's it, you know.
Well, if you're the government, you're going to go in. Well, if you're the government, you're going to go in and go blook, 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 blook with your AI bots or whatever, and suddenly that person feels validated, and they're going to shut the fuck up for a while, or they're going to go down that other path. I mean, this is game design 101. Encourage positive behaviors, discourage negative ones. And what they'll do is they'll give these people this false sense of importance. That's why we're seeing people like Dildo Mulvaney there. You know, these people that like are constantly feeding like I'm doing my part. I'm protesting. Or dude, protesting is stupid. Like you're not doing like those people in Canada, they were like protesting like something that was happening in like the Middle East. And it's like, but your government agrees with you. What are you protesting? Like you're in Canada and your government, you're basically like trashing your own country, but your government agrees with everything you're protesting. Like that's not how a protest works. No. But in this world of instant dopamine hits and all this conditioning that we're getting, these people think that bitching and complaining and talking on social media is the equivalent of going and fighting for the Sinn Féin to kick England out of your country. Like they don't. There's no more of that connecting, or that it's like so disconnected that reality perception is gone. They think that Twitter is reality.
Well, a good example on a smaller scale is all the people fighting Disney and saying they're going to boycott everything. They don't. They
Exactly. It's delusional.
And then they get the likes, and then I really show them. And they're like, oh, come watch my review. Watch
Here's my
review
bucket
so
of
you don't
popcorn.
have to watch it.
It's
the same thing.
And here's the thing, guys. When I developed Xenotype and all of this stuff, like this was what I wanted to comment on, right? This was, I thought it was like apocalyptic sci-fi, you know. And here's it was meant to be a fantasy escape and a cautionary tale of what might happen, you know. But we've reached a point now where it's crazy. And Immortal Rising comic book says, eat the grain. And I mean, definitely go check out Kakashi Motor Dolls if you haven't backed that. If this topic is something you're interested in, please do back my books. Like, I try to at least subtly talk about this and how it affects people on multiple levels personally on a deeper level. I talk about the Black Diamond conspiracy, which is the globalists, you know. Alien parasites, all sorts of crazy stuff that's metaphor, you know. But it's sort of depressing in a little bit of a way for me as a creator, because I wanted this to be something that was really fantasy and fictitious, but it seems to be that this is the war of our times that we're fighting. It's a war of the minds. So please help support small creators, support us. I got to head out and be a dad and do stuff, but this has been a really engaging, great conversation. Thank you to everyone who's had me.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, well, yeah.
Hey, Liam, you're awesome.
Get a little.
I really enjoyed the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there it is. There's Kakashi Murder Dolls. Go check it out. If you scroll down, you see that on the cover they've got all the grain and everything. These guys are essentially. This is about being ungovernable. These guys are essentially biological weapons that are created that have to stand on these farms to protect this Circean crop. And you see, I talk about the sabotage of within societies. You can see down here with these Not Peter girls defending the monsters that are destroying their very society unwittingly, in their mind, for a good reason. You see, we've got corporate deals on here, the experimentation on the common man, and ultimately it's a story about survival and overcoming, you know, and what you have to give up. Are you going to be, you know, it's liberty versus security, but I hope you guys enjoy it. I really do have to go. Please do check it out. It's $25. It ships on purchase, you know. We can get them out straight away. Again, Trini, I'm sorry for interrupting you earlier. I think you had a lot of valuable stuff to say. Chris, you had an awesome conversation. Adega, you're great. Stig, you're the funniest fucker I've had on a stream in a long time. Thank you. Vinny, I love you, brother. Tommy, keep fighting the good fight. I think that's everyone. Thank you for having me. Godspeed.
Yeah, man.
Have
a great one.
See ya.
Much love to the family.
Have a good one,
dude. Yeah, and that's what we're talking about. You know, we got to step up in the right way and do the right things here.
Well, you know what? Here's the funny thing for all those people that are banging the gongs and freaking hammering down on the drums for the agenda war machine. I hate to tell you this, you morons. You are all useful idiots, and you are going to be the first to go if you get exactly what your agenda masters want out of you. So good luck with that. And that goes all the way to idiots like that jerk off from Jersey who why some chick would sit there and brag about being from Jersey is beyond me. That goes out to deadbeat defiant dad. These cucks who are paid shills for the Democratic Party, you will be the first to be silenced and to be the first ones out the door. So to you.
Yeah, this is true, dude. This is true. But yeah,
there's a lot of immeasurable value in a solid "I told you so."
Mm-hmm.
I've learned to value that in the last few weeks. Hashtag vindicated.
Yeah, it brings me no pleasure when the "I told you so's." It's like ash in your mouth, because it's like it doesn't change what you've warned. You know what I mean? You're like, this is gonna happen, and then it happens.
But I got doxxed and then proven right. So I'm happy.
Dude.
And I told you so's in my field. You know, when this whole thing started in 19 about people getting sick and taking the involuntary this and doing that, and best I could was trying to warn people, and everything that I was saying was proven right. The hard part about being with an actual doctor with morals is that to say "I told you so" means people got hurt.
Yep.
And that's really hard for me to accept.
Yes. I was talking about Disney shit though.
Oh
yeah, I understand that, but you know, I look at this group and I was listening to Liam about what he was trying to do, and you think of the last big war, or the big one, World War II, and some of the things that came out. You hear about all the the different battles and things, but there are also people where they kept journals and talked about things that happened, or wrote anecdotes or poetry or different things, and they're just as famous as anything else. And I look at our group and I say, we are the ones writing the stories that are going to survive this. We're the ones that are, if it done right, it's going to be the books, the stories, the different things that are people, if when they get the chance to read them, that's going to be these guys lived through it, and this is the morality that they show through it, and this is how they're able to come through and be victors. I really believe that as long as we continue to, like Liam was saying, anecdotals and hidden messages and different things, we put those in there. There is a guide for future people that they're going to look back and say,
yeah,
I'm going to embellish and say that, yeah, there were bone dragons. Yeah.
Well, I mean, again, and like Adega said, and what Liam's doing, I mean, I've been doing it on my stuff too. People have gotten City of Venus. You could see the hidden stuff I put in there. There's a lot of kind of what's going on. Yeah, we should be talking about it in our own ways, but not like what the mainstream has done. Not with that weird agenda-driven shit. It's more of like, there are really dark, disturbing things out there, and we're using that as some creative elements while we're telling a better story. It's not that we're grabbing a certain specific topic to jam in your face. It's nothing like that. But, there's a balance on what we're doing, but it's it's the stuff you see in Game of Thrones. Like, why were they gravitating towards it so much?
It's the same story. Game of Thrones is about Ragnarok, the end of the world. And you can see, brothers turning on each other and all that stuff. But what I've been doing, though, in the last few years, having seen kind of where it's going, especially with the entertainment business, is I've been recommending older stuff to people. So, because if you read fantasy or sci-fi or anything that's fictional that doesn't take place in our world, if you read that, a book for 2 hours, a Dragonlance book or something, you're giving your mind a vacation.
Yeah, it's escapism.
Somewhere else. You're not focusing on the real world and all the shit, and it makes it easier to keep going. So I've been at that for a few years now, and been on book streams and all that stuff, promoting the good old stuff that actually worked, that wasn't filled with agenda stuff. And I mean, if you're living in California and California sucks, take a vacation to Middle Earth and go on a journey with Bilbo.
Well, that's it. Our projects are their escapism. All these stories that people loved over time, and again, that's what we're putting out there. Papa, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, because I'm not involved in any of that horse shit. None of us are over here. That's why I said that's why this is called the Roundtable. Everyone on here, they're equals. Everyone's having a good time, and we're talking about the cool shit that we love, and talking about the horrible shit that's going on in the world, and how people we all need to step up in a better way.
Well, speaking of like throwing in metaphors or whatever, for things that are happening, currently or whatever. Like, I was actually really surprised when I've had people review my book, and they're like, a lot of this stuff can be attributed to what's happening now with our own government and the way things are happening. And I'm like, dude, I wrote this 30 years ago. It's funny that that's getting pulled from it, and I'm appreciative of that, because what it says is it's not like rap music. It's not terribly dated. It actually will have some staying power, essentially, or longevity long after I'm gone. Because I wrote this in 1990, and I referenced things like kind of, it's a cautionary tale of what happens when you relinquish your freedoms for security and you rely on authoritarianism. But what happens when the authority starts doing things that you aren't in your best interests? You can't fight against it because you've let it consume every aspect of your life. That's a cautionary tale.
Chris, the easiest explanation of why that happened, because we all pull from certain things that we've learned through history, at least most of us that actually have enough common sense to actually pay attention to what happened historically. So we know, what happened before can come around again if you're not paying attention to history. That's a very old tale. So you're pulling from things that have happened before and things that you wanted to include in your story. And what happened? Nobody paid attention to history. So once again, the cycle is starting to repeat.
Yeah, it's like, oh, hey.
Well, they're not being taught history anymore.
Oh, yeah. I look back at some of the books that weren't in the curriculum throughout my school years. Things like Brave New World. I had to read that on my own. I think Harrison Bergeron by Kurt Vonnegut was probably one of the few stories that was in our like taught in our class. But like we didn't even learn Orwell's 1984 in school. I had to read that outside of school. That's disturbing.
Jeez, that is.
Dude, that was 26 years ago, almost 27 or almost 30 years ago.
I'll tell you what, I think that's really good homework for everybody who understands exactly what we're facing. Go ahead and go watch 1984. Go watch even V for Vendetta. It gives you a good glimpse at exactly
Animal
what these
Farm
people want to push.
Yeah.
There's another good one.
Do you want to laugh? V for Vendetta, they pulled it off of every streaming platform.
Yeah, convenient.
2 years ago when they started this nonsense. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
They pulled it from everything.
I think also watch Mad Max because that's where we're headed.
Chris isn't 62. What the?
No, I'm not 62.
Oh, I just saw up here. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering that's probably not right. I don't know.
No, I'm definitely I'm not in my 60s, but I'm no spring chicken. So I'm a child of the.
I think I'm the old man on this crew.
I think you got me beat by a couple of years, man. But
probably.
Well, I think Tommy does too.
Tommy is 74, I think.
I think guinea pig years.
If you go by somebody online searches for my name because they confuse me with my father all the time because I'm a junior, they have me listed as like 84 or 85, and I was like, God damn, I am looking good for my age.
Yeah, where's my AARP card, motherfucker?
Yeah, Keely, they made it available again, but when stuff was going down, they pulled it from everything.
Yeah, that was strange.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm
very
glad
strange, huh?
This is why you buy physical media.
Yeah.
Seriously, they've started removing lines and skits and stuff from Seinfeld and other things now too, and whole episodes of other shows.
Oh yeah, they even edited Shrek.
Really?
Yeah. So I watched the kind of the comparison. It was a video on YouTube, and they're talking about how they've modified it. And there's a scene where the donkey and Shrek are walking through the cornfields toward Duloc or whatever, and he's like says something like, what did you expect me to do, donkey? Like grind their bones to sludge or whatever, and eat their organs and drink the fluids or whatever. And then they're like, and here's the new version. And then it's like, hey, Shrek, why didn't you take care of them? Well, you see, donkey, people are like onions. And they cut like right to or ogres are like onions, cut them right to that line. Completely cut out that whole scene.
Oh, wow. That's stupid.
I heard they're gonna do another edit. They're gonna put a balloon bag on the donkey's back.
Eco-friendly donkey.
Yeah.
Well, remember Daryl Hannah, man, in Splash?
Yeah.
Dude, goddamn, like they CGI'd her butt crack closed.
This is not a new phenomenon. They've been actually doing it for quite a while. In places like Walmart, places like Walmart were the first to do it. Like I remember there was a copy we picked up of Fight Club. And I don't know if everybody remembers, there's a few scenes in there where they're showing like the film reel and it shows like a guy's Johnson on the screen. And that little bit, Walmart had edited out, and you don't know it because they don't say it anywhere on the packaging. But they sell it as a regular full movie. So, I mean, technically, that's a bit of fraud, really, because you think
it
it's
is.
an unedited
Fraudulent
version of the movie, and here it is edited.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
Oh, God, that would have been like, what was that, late 90s?
Yeah, 20-something years ago.
Yeah.
Hashtag Tommy wants more dong.
Yeah, Tommy was looking for that donkey.
Well, here's the thing: is there's a lot of stuff I don't want to see, but I don't believe it should be censored. You know?
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah.
I agree.
If it's for an adult audience, then fine.
Don't tell me what I can and cannot see.
Might be in bad taste, yes. But
Unless it's
adults
cheese
should be
pizza.
able to handle that. They don't have to like it, but they should handle that it's there.
Let me make the call. Like, don't have like some parent, some nanny state tell me what I can and cannot see.
Unless it's cheese pizza.
I think that's the biggest problem, though. You've got these people that are just so readily and willingly to be offended over anything, and then they start looking to governments and they start looking to corporations to start censoring things for them so they can feel better about themselves and their space.
Well, Trina just mentioned cheese pizza. And I was talking with somebody else, another YouTuber. I don't know if you would appreciate me bringing up his name, but we were talking about how disturbing like things have gotten in Hollywood. And there's actually a movie that's still on the market, completely unedited, with a 12-year-old or a 13 or something year old nude Brooke Shields.
Frankie was talking about that too. He saw the documentary.
Yeah, it's like
nonsense.
Bye something baby or something, and it
Yeah.
was like, dude, what the hell? Like, yeah, and she's like completely topless, naked, the whole spiel, and it's like, how is this? What? Like to me, censorship at that point, that's like, dude, you just committed a crime. It's like that Cuties movie.
Yeah, they should destroy that entire film.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's not censorship at that point. That's you committed a crime. Like,
Yeah, because that's a crime on tape.
It is censorship, though. It is censorship in the true sense of the word, but it's censorship that we agree with.
Yeah, it's to protect.
But it's a
children.
law. Yeah, it's, you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to see a snuff film either. No. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, Hollywood. Yeah, they left that scene in what was it? The Twilight Zone movie where like the little kids and the guy gets his face and body chopped to shreds by a malfunctioning helicopter. That's cool, huh?
Well,
like, no.
wait, was it a horror movie?
No, it was the Twilight Zone, the movie or whatever. It had a scene where this guy was supposed to be running from a helicopter that crashed.
Yeah.
And they caught it all on film where the helicopter fell off a wire and got really, really low, and it basically chopped the actor and the two kids he was holding into like a million pieces.
Oh, it really happened.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was decapitated.
Yeah, he got all messed up, and they have it all on film. And if they slid that in and they're like, hey, isn't that cool? I'd be like, no, you committed a crime.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to see that.
Awful.
Thank you
one more time.
Well, there's one other movie that everybody should watch if they want to realize what's going on too. It really delves into the brainwashing aspect, and that's A Clockwork Orange.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Remember, everyone, you have homework now. Go watch those films.
Yeah, I'm working with a Dr. Fauci. But anyway,
they did change the character a little bit, but I thought they were going to cut out the maze. The maze is still in there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, someone said that they did, but no, they didn't. And I'm just going to say good luck during that one because those hellhounds. Woo!
I'll do my best.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, thanks for having me on, Vinny. Sorry for being a little dark and talking of things I don't share that often. I think I did share the images on Loki's channel one night. I can't remember if I shared those or not. But no, yeah, I try and with the rest of the people write stuff that is going to be here, that is timeless, and that talks about good overcoming evil. Both in sci-fi and fantasy. So if you want some of that stuff, best way to find it, I've seen the links posted, but those links both on Barnes & Noble and Amazon shift so much. So just go to my YouTube, find one of the more recent descriptions, get the ISBN number, pop that in, and it'll take you right to my work. But I'm having fun, and I'm having fun with you people, and we're in this together, and I appreciate it. You guys are good, so thanks.
Absolutely, man. It's always a pleasure having you on. Like I said, you have so much knowledge on so many different things as well. And again, another awesome part of the conversation all the time. So again, thank you, Doc. High fives. Every time I see it, he's going to say high five. But yeah, we'll jump over to Stig. Stig, anything you want to say, or anywhere they can find you?
No.
All right, Stig. Thank you for being part of the conversation as well. Those one-liners and zingers are always great.
Basically, salt is not a mineral, and if you see a sticky hole in the fence, don't put your penis in it.
Oh,
all right. I think Stig, he's got his hot air balloons.
Oh, and Meghan Markle's a whore.
Yeah, we know that one.
Yeah, that's a given. I mean, right? Chris.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Yeah. Just want to say sorry if I spoke over anybody. I got a delay in my headset, so I noticed that like Trina
it
got
happens to a lot of
spoken
us.
over. I don't know if I did it. If I did, sorry.
It's all good.
Sweet. All right. So yeah, I don't really have anything to really share for Infinitale Chronicles just yet because book 1's been available on Amazon now for about almost a year now, and we're still in production for book 2. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming in. I'm really excited to show that stuff off, but I can't spill the beans just yet. But in the meantime, I'd really like to shed some light on my buddy Aaron C's project, Immortal Rising. It's currently on Indiegogo right now. And yeah, if you're a fan of fantasy and you love Jose Garcia's art style, who he's also done work for Clownfish TV, amongst many other people, he's got a very distinct art style. You can check out. See if I can pull up his page. He's still in funding here for Immortal Rising. He's got 40. He's 67% of the way through. So if we can get to that full 100% in the next 17 days, this will be awesome. But yeah, I definitely encourage you to check this out. If you're not interested in the fantasy, at least please spread the good word. Because again, it's got amazing artwork. We got a nice breakdown of the characters in the story. It's got vampires in it. You can't go wrong with vampires.
Yeah.
It's got the undead. It's got a lot of action. And it's actually 2 stories in one book. So you've got the Immortal Rising initial story, The Calling, and then you've got a kind of a god tier story called the Knights of Locutus, and that's where you get to see that badass dude that I put in the ad there with the huge
cool.
Warhammer style weaponry. Yeah, so yeah, if you're at all into fantasy or you're a fan of Jose Garcia, I definitely encourage you to check this out. They've got some cool perks too, and including here's one of the funky ones. Aaron cared so much about the quality of his book that he got the whole thing put out there, sent it out, got a whole bunch of feedback, and he's like, you know what? I don't think it's up to caliber yet. So he actually already is working on book 2, and he ended up contacting Jose, and Jose's like, I can redo book 1. So they actually have redone book 1, but the original that like if you're a collector and you want to get in on the ground floor of this, you can actually through an add-on, if you get the everything, you can actually get that original book. And here's some side-by-side comparison shots of that ass between the original story here on the right and the story that was redone by Jose. So it's really cool to kind of see it from the grassroots. And again, this is that indie spirit, where we're actually we're seeing things from that ground level rather than like the sanitized corporate bullshit. Mm-hmm. So if you're really interested in stuff like this, just please spread the word, because he's got 17 days to get this puppy funded, and I'd really love to see this because I backed it and I want my copy. Damn it!
So, Chris is doing it for selfish reasons. Everyone, you just heard that.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes, bless the little gold baggie around my neck. Won't let me do it any other way. So yeah,
it's a good thing, and yeah, he was in the chat tonight as well, and yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah,
go support it. Felix has been dropping those links as well. Thank you, buddy. I mean,
thanks, man.
I forgot to
there it is,
to promote something.
Oh, what was that?
Well, I haven't written any books or any comics or anything like that because I'm lazy, so I don't want to.
Good reason,
but. If you want to support a mediocre cause, give me money. And I don't know how you can do that because I don't know how to set up anything. So you have to figure that out for yourself.
Oh my
God. Mail. Just write STIG on your envelope.
It's like the Orange Cassidy School of Money.
Norway.
Make sure it's Norwegian money, because if it's dollars, I have to walk to the bank, I guess, and I don't want to.
Oh my God! What's that tier below low effort?
So just give it to me, and I'll say Hail Mary, full of grace.
I'm sure Sting also accepts Amazon gift cards.
Yeah, Amazon gift cards and Pornhub subscription. And hell, I'll even accept a bag of gum, but I don't want to chew it though, because that's effort. Actually, give me something that melts, like chocolate.
Stig has a very difficult life sometimes, and it's his chewing muscles.
Yeah, send me a prostitute, one that's alive.
Damn!
Yeah, because I need someone to do the cleaning. I'm not shagging any prostitute. I don't want to do any effort.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Anyway, if you do want to support some more awesome creators, I got Shadow the Kraken. It should have been pinned on the chat as well. Keep getting some love out here for my newest project. Again, this is 52 pages. It ships immediately. You're gonna have some amazing stories going on in here. This is pretty damn epic. Everyone who's gotten this, they're surprised where I'm going with the story and kind of how I did this one, and very happy that they got it. So even people who were kind of on the fence about pirate books, and they were very, very happy that they got it. So if you want, please jump on this one. We have the acrylic standees as well. This is the first one in what I hope to be a series of them, because each campaign I want to do a character from whatever that particular campaign is. So next up is going to be City of Venus. So we'll do that one. But if you want some top tier artwork and stories, we got it here. So
I'm gonna buy that one as soon as someone sends me money.
Someone sends Stig money so that he can buy this beautiful.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I need to use the keyboard for that.
Oh no!
So it might take a while.
Thank you, Stig. I love how he wants to support me, but he's doing it at such low effort. It's amazing.
I'm doing the Amber Heard thing. I'm pledging support.
It's the Orange Cassidy there. He's got the quasi thumb up.
Oh boy.
I'm not lifting any thumb. That's effort.
I'm 3 backers away from 800 backers on Through the Woods. So if you want to support that one, we have less than 200 books available. So if you want those, jump on it. Don't sleep on it. This is a hardcover book, 100 pages, ghost story. Frankie Knows is the writer and co-creator. He's in the chat as well. And get some love for this one. We have an ash can with Kelsey Shannon's cover still available as well. I suggest doing like the featured tier, and you get that whole combo set. Beautiful stuff. You'll see some of, again, like what Chris was saying before, some early drawings and other stuff like that. The very first time I fully illustrated the main characters in the story. That's also in the ash can as a special little that's that little something extra for the people who wanted to know a little bit more about the project and everything. So we have some very, very cool stuff. I did a lot of crazy different things with the book that they don't normally see in comics, and how I segued into the sepia stuff and the flashbacks and other things that I did in here. It's things I never really seen in comic books, well done that way. But again, slowly bringing the reader into kind of like that past to make it feel like they're in the present of that moment. Like I did different things. Very proud of this story. Again, people love this one. It's like it's amongst like their top 2 or top 3 books that they've ever backed and supported. So get out there.
It reminds me of old French comics.
Bande dessinée.
There was a lot of cool kind of indie-ish comics coming out of France and Belgium and stuff in the 80s and 70s.
Yep.
Gritty as hell often.
I love that type of stupe too, man.
That's what I'm reminded of when I see this. I got a little bit of a flashback.
I'm really glad, because like Enrico Marini, he's like one of my favorite artists, and he's like one of the top guys in Europe.
If I say it looks good, it does, because I would say it if it looked shit. Everyone who knows me knows I would say, that's
honest.
it, and this is why. Because I don't lie to people.
Yeah, that's it, and I appreciate that, man. So he said he loved it.
It looks good.
Thank you, man.
It's really good.
Yeah. This one is hardcover, 8.5 inches by 11. So it's it's a lot bigger than your regular comic book.
It goes to 11.
Yeah, it goes to 11. We also have the City of Venus. I am working on the sequel right now as well. I know a lot of people have been waiting for that. Trina's still cracking up at everything. I love it.
I was just looking at what Red Dress Press said.
Old French comics. We're trying to get people to buy comics, man. Oh shit.
Well, they're awesome.
Yeah, he meant that the great European stuff that's out there, because
Yeah.
there are gigantic bookstores in like Sweden and stuff that are all about this type of.
Ironic, since they can't read over there.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, people care about storytelling and high quality. And that's kind of like I was more influenced. I think
Please
by
just
them.
look at the pictures.
Yeah, there's plenty to look at. There's plenty to read. You're gonna love it all. And yeah, the sequel, like I said, I'm doing some really crazy cool stuff with it. But yeah, it's taking some time because I am doing different stuff, and I want to make sure you guys are going to be really pleased with the story, the continuation of what we're doing here. But it's going to be some beautiful stuff. But yeah, we're going to throw it over to our man, our guinea pig, so he can trample all over all the bad people and promote what he wants to promote. Tommy, you're up, buddy.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. I said good day.
Oh, that was that.
It's not shit.
Tell us how you rigged that bot match, Tommy.
Remember what I
He
told
literally
you.
just jumped out.
Don't be a cunt.
He's in the back now. He's becoming the gremlin. He's hitting all the buttons now.
Oh no!
It's a great thing.
Hey, what is this? 20 fucking questions? What the fuck's the matter with you? Give
All right,
us
everybody.
your fucking deserve! I started blasting. Bang!
I want to start thanking people in the chat as well. So refrain from hitting those buttons for a minute, Tommy. Frankie, Red Dress Press, Felix, Adega, he's on panel as well. Lion Rat and Manliness and Motivation. I want to thank Liam for being here. Go check out his projects as well if you guys haven't seen it. I showed it earlier. RR, thank you for being here. Immortal Coil, Toy Mafia. Scrolling up some more. Keely Chow, Tina Bojan, Papa Cotton. Still going. Yeah, I love that you guys are extra chatty tonight too. Nelson, thank you so much. And Mr. President, excellent. Nuke was in here as well. Dropping some good stuff and some funny stuff. Lion Ratton. I don't know if we had Will in here tonight. I don't know if I saw him. Will Palmieri, he usually drops in, but if you didn't, shout out to him anyway because he's a cool dude. King of Squibs, thank you for popping in here as well. There's Immortal. Trina, I think I hit everyone. If I missed you, I do apologize. Like I said,
First you want to kill me, now you want to kiss me. Blow.
We went for like pretty much like 3 hours tonight almost. Godzillionaire, I know I missed one. Sam Rogers is another great person. Excellent folks here. Again, thank you so much to everyone who's been supporting the channel. Monotony, he was in here tonight. He wasn't on panel, but he dropped his.
Hey, what is this? 20 fucking questions? What the fuck's the matter with you?
Damn.
There were no questions. Jeez, Tommy, relax for a second. I'm just making sure I hit everyone over here. Draven was in here tonight as well. Thank you, buddy. I think tomorrow night. I think we're gonna catch up on some of the wrestling stuff. I just don't know what time. When I find out, we'll retweet it for him. It's always a good time. Oh, I actually filmed something I was at a toy store today. Some guy's a little toy store, and holy crap, he had a lot of great stuff in there. And I found a Jade Cargill figure. I recorded for Chris. Yeah, I recorded specifically for you. So I'm gonna put that up as a short. I think tomorrow.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
Let me help you with that.
Damn. I want to hear more about my mahogany muscle mommy. What's going on?
Yeah, Yeah. I'm going to show you that figure that I recorded in the store. You're going to love it. It actually looked really good, but I was selling some other things and I bought something else. But I recorded it so you could see it.
Yes.
I'm like, I know Chris ain't going to buy those type of things anyway either. He's like, but he's going to admire it because that's what his people they do. They admire things.
One does not need to own the Mona Lisa to enjoy it.
That's right. Unless it's She-Hulk, then you own that shit. You own it all night long.
All right, everybody. I hope you had fun. Mainless motivation. I hope we cheered you up a little bit too. Again, sending great prayers out to your family.
Prayers out to you, man.
Oh my God! Get a doctor.
Get a hearse.
It's dead fucking poo.
That was the worst timing on the planet.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Yo!
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
What's going on?
That one I hit for him because I'm literally saying we're sending prayers to somebody's mother, and he hit that one.
Oh,
yeah. Terrible timing.
Right?
Yeah,
you know what? Yeah, I'm pulling him back out just so people see. That's literally was Tommy. It was not me.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. She's right. She's right. This crack shit's killing him. This super crack will get the job done a lot quicker.
We're going out on some Ric Flair. Everyone have a great night.
I want to see it. Let's see what you got. MSN riding, jet flying, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun that could kiss any woman right here, even that fat one, and make her cry. Brother, watch this, girls.